Shorty looking mad fly, had me captivated when she walked by. I'm serious, she had me feeling this tingle, son. Stimulated conversation after mingling. Honey was jingling and stretched jeans looking clean. Appearance would enhance any scene. Nah, I mean, feel me, really. I know it sounds silly, but looking at her was like puffing on a fat fillet. Relaxing, she had this natural attraction. She started laughing when she saw my reaction. Oh my, pass the name and number to the cell. Asked for mine, I said his oldest last name is Bell. Also known as the O, the B, the 3, the A, the S, the T. It's me, obese, and you get high. Then I'm your guy.
If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll.
Slow burn. Say what you want, just be blunt, I can stand the flames. Take a ride on the great airlines, I promise you'll be glad you came. The fire in your eyes make wetness between your thighs. You say you never blow, I eliminate your disguise. Underneath your green exterior, I gaze. Exploration of your brain leaves me in a purple haze. I see consent as my morals continue living. I just like to engage in a little oral tradition. So pardon my unorthodox approach to blazing luscious. That's just the way I roll. Lick the split before I stuff it. You like it hot, I got enough smoke to choke the average throat. But tonight I'm trying to go a little deeper. Loving the feel of your lips, taking drags off this gas, just puff and never pass. I'm your high value reaper.
I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll.
I'm chilling in my room on this night. I got something tied up in the shower. Am I right? A friend in the negligee smiling and she rolling up. Every once in a while looking up, saying, "Girl, hurry up." She placed her gaze back up on me and took a deep sigh and said, "I'm so home. You want a drink?" I said, "Yeah." And while she walking to the table, she asked him what I think. I like the way your lips poke, I like she pout. And that ass got my little man shouting. She kinda giggled, "Oh, you like what you see?" Before I can answer, I heard, "Hey, what about me?" I turned around, she got a pose with no clothes, with her leg up on the chair, with her ass on his pose. She said, "Don't speak, just lay back on the bed." Said something about double heat. Yeah, you heard what she said.
If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track roll.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Can you hear me? Do I got some sound coming through or what? Let me check something real quick. Can you hear me? All right, yeah, we good. So, I'm going to just roll into this one nice and slow. Let our people come through so we can chew the fat a little bit. I saw Clarissa Shields talking to Wallow, $1 Million Game, the guy from that. And he asked her, do she really think she can beat Keith Thurman? And she says yes, and she goes into her breakdown. And she says, he's strong, yeah, but he got a hitter. And how is he going to react This part got me. How is he going to react to her, what she's giving him? Now I like to quote, no lie, no secret. I like Clarissa Shields, but let's be real. Sis, come on. Leave that man alone. Fight the women. Bother them. You know, I think it'd be hard pressed for a lady in boxing fight against a male boxer unless he's just 100% a novice and don't know nothing. But we're talking about a guy that's been training for a minute, for a better part of his life, I believe. Probably training as long as you, and you calling this man out. Not only are you taking chips, chipping away at his manhood, but this man got pride. He has pride. And you're talking about beating him up, whooping his ass. Now, to a lot of people, it is funny to hear these words coming from Clarissa Shields. I can only agree with one thing that she said. And now I tell you, I am a fan of Clarissa, but I only agree with one thing she said, and that is Keith Thurman is probably going to get put down by Tim Tszyu. She said Thurman is not that great of a boxer. He got power. I said that earlier. You know, this is what she said. I just look at it and like, come on, sis, leave that man alone. It's a no-win situation for Keith. Keith, all the way around. It's a no-win situation. Keith Thurman get in the ring with Clarissa Shields for a boxing match, no headgear and stuff like that, going all out. If he beat her up, you know, people gonna look at it and be like, dude, what? Many people gonna say Clarissa Shields shouldn't have got her butt in there with Keith Thurman. Sis, I understand you feel like you light on your feet and you can move around. But and she even said that she'll go to the body on him because he don't like body shots. And I'm like, that's a lot of stuff to claim that's gonna be going on in a match against Keith Thurman. And he's just gonna stand there and let you do it. Now going against Tim Tszyu, that's one thing for Keith Thurman. But we're talking about Clarissa Shields. Well, I'm talking about Clarissa Shields, and I'm only talking about it because Wallow, not Wallow, what's his name? The one that's over there at $1 Million Game. I can't think of the rapper guy name. He be having me cracking up though. But anyway, when he asked her that, you know, I'm like, dude, why'd he ask her if she could be Keith Thurman? Come on, man. Come on, Keith been just let it go, Clarissa. Get Alicia Baumgartner to move up to 154 or something. Fight another one of those ladies, but you know, Keith's not just gonna let you sit out there and tee off on him. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, it's a lot of strangeness going on. I'm just gonna wait for enough people again. Let me know what you think. How funny is it to your ears to hear Clarissa Shields still saying that she can beat Keith Thurman? Not only saying she can beat him, but actually saying how she would do it. Only giving the man power when it comes to going against her. She's like, I'm bigger than him. I'm longer than him. Okay, but still, we talking man against woman. You say that he can't box. He not that good of a boxer. He just got power. But Clarissa leave the dude alone. That's all I can say. Then I want to touch on T.O. and I want to get y'all thoughts on T.O. and Keyshawn Davis. Now it's rumored that Keyshawn had knocked out the man's dad. Is this true? Is this true? Is T.O. really just talk? Starting to seem like it. Last performance was lackluster. In my opinion, a win given to him. All we do is hear him talk big cash stuff against other fighters of what he can do and what they can't, but not proving it at all. What's up, Trey Yates in the house? What's going on, my brother? Glad to see you in here. Can't wait till a certain time so I can get that order in. before they get it all gone. I'm gonna get that order in. I'm gonna let you know as soon as I get my hands on it. But I want to know, did you see Clarissa Shields talking about how she would beat Keith Thurman, and that Keith Thurman not a good boxer, and all he got is power, and what he gonna do when she start putting hands back on him, and how he don't like body shots? She just went on a long thing about it, and I'm like, dude, really, this is one time I cannot agree with the quote at all. I feel like she should just let it go. Like, she actually feel like she can dance the ring, and Keith Thurman can't catch her. And I'm not trying to take away from black girl magic or nothing, or any girl's magic. But damn, you talking about a man, I said, I can see it against some super novice dude that don't know how to fight, and you going out there tapping him up. But a guy that been training for better part of his life, you're not finna go out there and tap him up like that. I think she should leave it alone. What do you think? But I want to know about this rumor going around that Keyshawn Davis knocked out T.O.'s daddy sometime when they was in the I think he was on the Olympic team or something. But I'm just starting to see that, you know, T.O. he just a mouthy dude. He not really, he getting his wins. I can't say he's not getting his wins. He's getting his wins. Whether I like the fact that the last one was given to him or not, he getting it. It's just a lot of funny stuff going on in boxing right now. I thought that what happened in the gym, stay in the gym, in sparring stays in the sparring sessions, and that's that. But as of lately, everybody and anybody is coming up with footage about who did what to who. These fighters are just talking about what they did in the sparring lesson. It's when you really take a couple of steps back and look at it compared to when Foreman and Ali, Sugar Ray, Tommy, Marvin, you know, those guys, when they were letting hands go, you weren't hearing about no sparring battles and stuff like that. You might hear a rumor every once in a while, but not at this level. Not at this level at all. Keyshawn called out T.O. though, and I think T.O. was talking about if they fight, they would have to fight in Honduras, which Keyshawn said that he'd be more than glad to do. That boy Keyshawn is on T.O.'s ass right now. You think who we got there? Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. What's going on, my brother? Just asking a question about the feelings of how people feel about the way Clarissa is steadily being on Keith Thurman's helmet about being able to beat him. I for one, as much as I like Clarissa, I don't believe that can happen. I'm posing it out, so feel free to throw it in there and let me know what you feel about it. But I also want to know, is it true that, T.O. dad got knocked out and T.O. didn't do nothing? Because that's the way they're making the scene. They like it happened in front of T.O. and T.O. just didn't defend his pops. Can you imagine that? You with your pops and something happens to your dad and you forget training to fight. You got that dog in you. And you look, Champ Ross, Fantasy Boxing Prediction League, Champ Ross in the house. What's up, Champ Ross? What's going down with you? What's up, MZ? Always glad to see him stop through. But can you imagine you with your pops? Saying you a boxer, you in the hitting the bag or whatever. Next thing you know, there's some rumblings going on, and bam, your pops get fired on and knocked down by another fighter. And you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing at all. You don't scrap for your pop. You don't raise no big stink. You just let it go. But then seeing him sitting on stage side by side, and T.O. was, I won't say pretending to read, I'll say he was reading that book and stuff when they was up there before their last fight. He seemed pretty subdued sitting up there with Keyshawn on side of it. Then Keyshawn said that T.O. asked him not to call him out. These are not the moves of a champion. Self-proclaimed. Well, I guess they said he really was undisputed at the lower weight class, but he's screaming he was undisputed twice. Eric R. in the house. He say, salute, family. Salute right back at you. Glad to see you stop through. I came on really just to mess with y'all and poke around a little bit and to get you guys' opinions on the stuff that's going on in boxing. Well, the way they playing. Because I think stuff's supposed to kick off. What, on the 8th? I think, let me look at my calendar. I think the first fight we should be getting is around the 8th. My boxing calendar. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Hold on. I can pull it up because I know I saw somebody supposed to be getting ready to put hands together next month. Let me see. The 15th? No. 13th? No, that's the birthday. I know it's more than one fight. I know we got the fight for the 30th with Thurman and Tim Tszyu going at it, which, like I said, I agree with Clarissa saying that Thurman gonna get slept. If he don't get slept, if he don't get slept, that's gonna be a slight win for me. If he beats Tim Tszyu, that'd be like monumental. I'd be like, flabbergasted, wouldn't believe it. The man would have went against everything that made me believe that taking somebody on a long layoff against a fighter that has the capability to stop you, then that combination, that mix is not good at all. So I'm not looking forward to that. That's the only thing out of what Clarissa said. Oh, my boy, socially scientific in the house. He said, I'm Tim Tszyu. Yeah, I'm riding with Tim that night too. You know, like I said, Clarissa said that Keith was going to get his ass knocked out messing with Tim. And that's the only thing out of what she said while she was talking. Gilly the Kid. I was trying to remember his name. I kept saying Wallow, which I know Wallow is the dude that he hang with. Gilly the Kid asked her if she could beat him. Eric R said, Keith finishing on his feet will impress me with all he's up against. That's what I'm saying. If he finished the fight, he can take the fight to the last round. I would consider that, you know, that's a good victory. You at least he took it to the end. He fought, or he survived, or however he get to the end. If he gets there, I'll be like, okay, Keith, I see you. I might even play a flute song for him, but I just don't know, man. The way he fights and, you know, trying to jump in, he don't really let his hands go a lot. As of the last few fights that I've seen him in fighting, he wasn't just blistering his hand speed and nothing like that. So, yeah, it'd be something impressive to finish on his feet. It'd be hella impressive if he win. He said, if Keith playing the flute in the locker room, he might have a shot. Whoa. I didn't know Champ Ross had jokes. That's a good one. He said, if Keith playing the flute in the locker room, he might have a shot. I don't know, man. He's going to have to be digging deep into some kind of ancestry on that flute, pulling all kind. He's going to have to reach back to Wakanda and go to their ancestors and any other place that you might think of that got some ancestors that can help you. Because I could see him coming out and trying to be real good in 3 rounds. But then after that, I could see it starting to slow down. Shots fired where? At Gil Coles. Well, who shot fired? Who? Oh, because of the flute. I feel you on that. He's going to have to reach way back. You know, you're right. He's going to have to reach so far back. Like the old folks say, he reached way back to Alabama and brought that one to it. He's going to have to reach clean across to Kenya. Trey said, I already said if Keith wins, I'm the next president of the United States. You did make that statement, Mr. President. Let me quit playing. Let me quit playing because I don't see a snowball's chance in a hot pot for that man to make it. But, you know, I'm going to watch, like I'm sure a lot of people going to tune in to see what round, if any, will Keith go down. It's not like he can't be knocked down. We saw Manny knock him down because he got that habit of going straight back. Ooh, that might play a role because Keith do have a habit of going straight back, pulling straight back. That's how Manny caught him because Manny liked to do that jump in and throw a few punches, caught him, knocked him. It's hard to stay on your feet going backwards and you get caught with a good one. I'm looking for Keith to get caught like that. I'm looking to see him. I'm gonna be looking for that, for him to be pulling straight back and get clipped. That's what I see coming up. He might catch some other good shots, but I'm thinking the one that might really start the situation of emergency mode. I like that. I got that from Trey X. Emergency, he get put in emergency mode. That's gonna be it. He ain't gonna be able to get away like he did. Well, he might be able to get away. He might be able to run around. Tim might not be able to cut the ring off on him and put him out. That's something I want to see. Will Tim be able to cut off the ring and get the Keith if Keith get to move, trying to move around? But I think, you know, the layoff is going to play a big difference. I don't care how hard you've been working in the ring, practicing and staying in shape or whatever. I think it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different in that ring up under those lights when it really counts. You can't be just trying something to see if it might work. You're going to have to be ready. And Keith has been out the ring, what, is it a year and a half? Going to be 2 years by the time they get in there? I just see disaster coming, straight up. I see an ass kicking coming down the pipe. This would be Keith's second loss. Might be an ugly loss too. This one might be the one where we like, damn, Keith got knocked out. Who else we got coming up? I know it's another fight. Y'all help me out. It's 2 fights that's supposed to be taking place in March, ain't it? I know Ryan and they in April, I think. April and Ryan and Devin is April. But no, that can't be it. Because somebody fighting on, I think I heard a fight coming up on the 8th. Who fighting on the 8th? I think on the 15th. I didn't know that. And Rod X in the house. He said, "What's up, my people? What's going on?" I see everybody had pulled together for our brother Eric. Oh, I felt like that was really tight. Nothing but love running through. Rod X, you gonna shoot it straight from the hip. Do you think Clarissa Shields should leave Keith Thurman alone and let him deal with Tim Tszyu? Should she just jump out this dude's pocket? Joshua Ngannou Saudi card. That's the one that's coming on the 8th? I saw they face off. I saw they is it called face off, face to face, something where they sit down and they had a little conversation. I'm looking for Joshua to beat Ngannou, but something about him, the way he acting, he kind of giving me a bad vibe. I still think he should beat Ngannou, but Ngannou did, say some things. He was like, it's hard to understand what Ngannou be saying, because the way he talked. I was sitting there. I had to cut my closed caption on to see what he was saying, and my closed caption was even getting it wrong. So all I know is he said he's going out there to try to get a knockout on that boy. I'll put the undercard on the schedule, but I'm not putting Joshua Ngannou fight on there. Why not? I'm just asking. Why not? But you can do what you want to. It's not a real fight, I guess. It's a crossover fight. So yeah, I wouldn't see to mess with a crossover fight. I'll just leave it alone too. Crossover fights ain't really getting us nothing. Nothing at all. Except some headaches. Who else am I interested in? Other than Clarissa talking all that noise to Keith Thurman. I just hope she leave that dude alone. great. Devin and Ryan composed. They say they starting a damn Zane is fighting Joseph Parker on the undercard. For real? Man. Joseph Parker and Zane, that should be a pretty decent fight. Zane handled the Juggernaut both times pretty easy, in my opinion. Joseph Parker is not the Juggernaut in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He might come box his way to a victory against against Parker. I mean against Zane. But I don't know. Zane seemed pretty tough. You know, he got some defense, and he got a nice little that 1-2. He's heavy-handed. I don't know. Parker might end up going to sleep late in that fight. I would lean a little towards Zane in that fight. Let me see. Oh, Rod X said, yeah, MZ, she needs to leave that man alone. I believe she secretly want to jump Keith's bones. Oh, you think it's one of those young crushes like when we was young back in the day? The person you like the girl, you always picking on her. You always hitting on her. Pull it. Well, I don't know. You know, you probably a lot younger than me, but back in our day, you know, pull a pigtail or something. Always got something fly to say. And all the time you liking them. What she got to do? She should be liking on her dude and leave Keith alone, man. That's what I'm saying. Big Bang is around. Big Bang, dang it, jump. Big Bang is around the 2.5, 2.5 to 1 favorite. So the odd makers think Parker has action. Okay. That would just be a bet that I probably against the odd makers. I'll probably still put a little something to Big Zane. But I ain't no expert. I have to wait to the man who guides me correctly when it comes to the bets. I have to wait till I get that text from him and then make a decision. Let me see. Zane said, my boy Socially Sciences say, Zane got that pedigree. What does the Treg's amateur record blue book say about it? People forget how young Parker is still. How old is Parker? I don't want to turn it off on my phone. I gotta leave that on there. Many elite women think they can beat men. From Luca, what is it, Riker to Ronda Rousey. And I'm gonna say this, not taking away, not trying to take anything away from women, because I know this could be a touchy subject for a lot of them, because independent Parker 32. Okay. Yeah, he's still on the good side of 35. That's around the time, usually in the 30, 28, 29, mainly 30, they start really shining and cementing themselves. Who knows? Parker might, but I'm still looking at Zane, man. It's just, I don't know. Zane, Parker could outbox him. If he knock him out, I'll really be surprised. I'll put it and leave it at that. But as far as these elite women, not taking nothing from them, like I said, they against a dude that don't know how to fight. I mean, you gotta be think about the softest guy you know when it comes to trying to fight or something, and putting him against an elite fighting woman. Yeah, you would give her, the scales are tipped to her in your mind, but you will still give him some kind of chance because he a dude and he might get a punch in that change her life as far as that fight go. So them going against a guy that's training and they discipline as long as they have, I just don't see her whooping him. This ain't no karate movie. We this ain't that.
I'm still trying to think. Have I even seen, like, you know how they do the karate matches? The only time I seen a girl beat the boy is when they was little and she kicked him in the stomach and he started crying. Say Zane versus Parker is a 4.5. Parker versus Bonafide 4.5 Zane. See, you put that Bonafide in front of his 4.5. They just tilted a little bit towards. I'm just playing. He said Zane tends to slow down late. Might be tricky fight. Both have reasons to feel hot. Yeah, right. The Juggernaut got stopped twice by Zane, and Parker just survived the so-called hardest puncher in boxing in a long time in Wilder. Boxed his ears off pretty much. Ain't that how they say it? Boxed his ears off? It just sounds funny to me. See, I didn't realize Parker was rated that high coming from Socially Scientific. Yes, he is rated that high. But he bona fide. You got to put the bona fide in front of that. Because when you say bona fide, they give it a little more weight. Not just a little weight, it gives it a lot more weight. Parker won the bronze at the Youth AIBA World Championships. Oh, shoot, I didn't have to read that because that specifically had the cane in it. My bad, I'm all in y'all business messing up, doing stuff I shouldn't be doing. Anyway, where my boy Rod X go? He probably bounced out of here. I was going to get back with him on that. So, Tim Tszyu, he going to knock out Keith. I'm going to be pulling for Keith to at least make it to the end. But I don't see Keith could get stopped in like round 7 to 8. I get 7 to 8. If Tszyu come out there and just straight go at him like he been doing, but he don't be out of control. He seemed to have learned from his other fights. He is coming in control with his aggression. Rod X said, I favor Zhang over Parker. Okay, we got Rod X said he favoring Zhang over Parker. As I say, I have a slight favor. Champ Ross say Parker live dog for sure though. Don't overlook Parker. Not overlooking him at all. For the simple reason, like Trey X said, they both got reasons to feel like they can pull off this win. They feel hot because of who they just beat. And my boy Zane got to really be feeling hot because he stopped the Juggernaut twice. Twice he stopped that man. So, you know, he got to be like, in his mind, I'm finna go out here. And I don't know if fighters think like that, but I know some teams have a collective thought that if they whoop a team that they know they can whoop, and they just, you know, I whooped the dude that whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? Parker lost to the Juggernaut, and I think his mistake was going out there being too heavy. But you know, I ain't no expert. I'm just saying. So he went out there and got stopped by the Juggernaut. Then Zhang stopped him twice. So yeah, Zhang feeling really good about stopping this man twice. So he got to be feeling good, looking at Parker like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop you. You know, people, do they think like that? I don't know. It's a possibility. Chantel Cameron announced announced that she switched trainers from Jamie Moore to Grant Smith. I don't know what this means, but I'll look into it. Think she might be getting ready. Well, I was listening to some trainers talking about when fighters switch, but they were talking about younger kids and stuff. I guess when they get to the pros and start making money, it's who they want to spend their money with. But I think they should have some kind of connection. Zane worries me, Trey X. Zane worries me because I saw Jerry Forrest out hustle him for a draw, despite being dropped around 3 times. You think Parker got that in him like that? To not saying that Zhang gonna knock him down or anything. I'm just saying because I think Zhang got some got heavy, is a heavy-handed dude. And I don't know if Parker go down twice. I'm just thinking that some of it could be from fatigue or the heaviness of the punches that be landed upon him. Say, wish we could see Zane versus Usyk. I don't know about that one.
Let me see. Rod X say, I forgot Zane is 40 years old. This might be the fight he looks old. Zane been active, so he should be okay. And 40, yeah. Him turning old overnight could happen. You know, that's always a danger. But I didn't see him really take a lot of damage from Joe Joyce. And not either fight. So, you know, he could be all right, but you know, taking into consideration that somebody seen him slow down, Trey seen him slow down in the fight where he got out hustled for a draw where he should have won because he knocked the dude down. Not for sure 3, but for a fact 2. So we had to see. Say true, good point. Pressing the issue early might be a kink in the armor. Let me see. Parker and Zane have a common opponent in Joe Joyce. Parker got stopped off 10-month layoff, and Zane got 2 stoppages. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm kind of looking at. What's wrong, son?
You want any food?
If you want to bring some, I'm good with it.
More Jack Box.
Oh, see if your mom, you know. I would say give me a strawberry shake, but you know I'll get in trouble for that. Yeah, whatever you grab, I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I was saying, you know, I'm thinking, you know, Zane could be on that high that I stop Joyce. Parker, you gotta stop from Joyce. You gotta stop. And I just stopped him twice. But, you know, that's why we had to see the fight and let him go ahead and get out there and duke it out and see how it turns out in the end. Eric, you saying true, good point. Pressuring the issue early might be a kink in the armor. In which fight? Because I was saying Tim Tszyu could go after Thurman early and often in the fight. But I would say that he probably would try to feel around and wait till about round 5 or 6, where they usually say the fight does start around 5. Well, I think they say 4 that the fight usually starts around then. That's when you really get ready to start see the men's skill and technique start to show and see who really gonna be doing what. I got horrible cotton mouth, but I got me plenty of water. I've been drinking water all day. I'm trying to get away from sodas and stuff like that. Start being a little more natural. After this package come, I knocked that out. I'm going on a hiatus. Y'all pull with me because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. So we got Devin and Ryan. I spoke on that one already. There ain't really a lot of hotness going on, except I could say thanks to Duquesne, who came through and did he knocked off that hydro blow for me. I don't give a shit what nobody feel. I'm finna jam my boy real quick while I sit back. He said, I'm taking a break too after this caviar. Yeah, you know, after this white caviar, I left off a word. I caught it though. I feel you, bro. I can say the little bit that I had, it's been kind of stretched out because I'll go a couple of days without messing with it. And I feel different. You know, I feel a little different. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a good hiatus, about 3 or 4 months. We'll try to stretch it about 3 or 4 months. And see how I go then. Because I'm about to start using this treadmill for about at least 20 minutes a day. I started yesterday. It keeps the miles for you and stuff like that. I felt pretty good trying to get my wind back so I can say verses and run at the same time like I used to without it sounding bad. So I think Tszyu should try jumping on Thurman as soon as the bell rings. Ain't Thurman on a 2-year layoff? Yeah, Thurman been out there for a minute. I just don't want Tszyu. He don't want to jump up and run up on Thurman too fast and get caught with something. You know, he an old dog, but an old dog will still bite. even if they have been just sitting in the house for 2 years. You run out there and run wrong, you mess around and get your ass bit. But by him being out the ring for 2 years, I just don't know. He didn't put Mario Barrios away. He didn't look good in that fight. Like the question has been asked multiple times. When the last time you seen him look good in the fight? I said back when he was fighting people like Garcia and Porter. And then he started, for me, he just started not being one time. Because one time it stopped one time in people. I went against him when he fought Pacquiao for the simple reason I just felt like he was underestimating Pacquiao. He was taking Pacquiao lightly. I don't think he taking Tszyu lightly, but this could be. I don't know how much he getting paid. That's not something that's really important to me. But if people say it could be a cash out, it could be a cash out for Keith. Keep trying to get his little money going or something like that. Because really, at 154, who is Keith gonna get held to? Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get held to nobody. I think he messed himself up by, well, I don't want to say he messed himself up because he started a family. He started a family. That's always a plus. That's not a mess up. But as far as boxing, him stepping away from the ring for so long and not taking fights when he was the champ, he was just holding the belts and looking pretty. I think that kind of hurt him a little bit, or maybe a lot. But we're about to find out because, his dance at 147 is over. He's going to 154. And I don't see it just being all that easy for him. I think he's going to run into some problems. That's if after Tim Tszyu finish handling up on him. I don't know, man. It's hard to gauge Keith on what he gonna try to do and how he trying to lead his career because he don't really give us nothing. He a good conversationalist about boxing. I think he's going to be a hell of an analyst. Maybe it's time to get ready to switch over to that. Tracy, I think the key for Tszyu is the jab. That's Thurman's offensive weakness. He allowed Sean Porter to out-jab him at a 2-to-1 ratio. Cause he more of a lead puncher to me. Kind of like who else don't really depend on jabs. They might throw a jab every once in a while, but it's really more of trying to just get you out of there. Is Tszyu using the educated jab right now? He seemed to have. He just destroyed what's his name? Tony Harrison. But I also have to say I don't think Harrison was the same Harrison that we saw fighting Charlo and fight Herb. I just don't feel like he was that same dude. But I'm not making up no excuses for Keith Thurman. I just don't see nothing that Keith is going to do to turn back to the hands of time. I just don't see how. He haven't been in the ring in a long time. He's just been chilling too hard. If he's been active and we've been seeing him do stuff, then I could be like, yeah, I could ride with Keith. But he hasn't been active. He didn't do anything against Mario Barrios. He kind of got hurt in that fight to the body. He kind of got hurt into the body. He got hurt to the body against Pacquiao. That's 2 fights in a row he got hurt to the body. At least he kind of showed that he felt something to the body. I don't know. We're gonna see the dude come from Australia all over. Thurman likes to jump in with athletic pot shots similar to Roy Jones, 2 Florida fighters. Yeah, with the little leaping hook, like he knocked down who was that he was fighting early in the fight? I be seeing him with the leaping left, caught him in the neck and dropped him early in the fight. And then went on to win. But I don't see that happening. He could catch Tim Tszyu like that, but I think Tszyu didn't study Keith. I think Tszyu gonna be ready for Keith. I think he might be trying to prove something. This is a young man that's on a mission. He's young. You're talking about, he's talking about how he want to come and do some things, Keith is just going to, this Keith chance to prove I ain't no gatekeeper. I remember him saying he wasn't going to be no gatekeeper. Well, Keith, right now, if you don't start handling your business and making something happen, you're about to be knocked into gatekeeping. Depending on the ring size, that would depend on how the outcome's going to be. You think if the ring is big enough for Keith to move around and get on his bicycle when needed, that he can survive until the end? Think a short ring will be a problem for him? I don't know. We didn't get that kind of information as far as the negotiations going. We didn't hear anything except the fight was going down, which I didn't believe when I first heard about it being talked about that Keith Thurman was going to fight Tim Tszyu. I honestly didn't believe that was going to be a fight. I just didn't. I didn't believe that was happening. I didn't see Keith doing it. I guess I underestimated Keith. On that point, I figured him to be looking for somebody like Garcia that's at 154 or something like that. Which at this point, I'm hearing that Danny Garcia is talking about fighting Tim Tszyu, talking about he the biggest name for Tim Tszyu to fight. Like, when the last time Danny been in the ring? I almost forgot that he was fighting. He said those 35-year-old legs might not can navigate a big ring for 12 rounds. But shoot, he better be able to navigate if he don't want to get knocked out. I'm looking for Tim Tszyu to put him down. 7-8, I believe I said, around 7-8. I think keep it stop. He can gut it out, though. He could try to gut it out, but will he be able to? But then he's a 35 that's been resting, I guess. I don't know. This don't seem like no historic moment that's finna pop off like Ali doing Foreman or nothing like that. I just don't see it. But I didn't see Earl Spence getting handled by Crawford like he did, and it happened. So can Keith pull off something that we just not seeing? That we just not believing? Hell no. I ain't finna put my money on it. Eric Goss said Danny been out, got to be over a year. That's what I'm saying. He been out for a minute, but I did see where he was talking about he was the fight. He's had one fight since 2020, and we are already 2 months deep in 24. Rod X said Keith is going to have to get some respect early. Is he capable of doing it? Is he capable of stepping to Tim Tszyu early in the fight and popping him in his mouth a couple of good times to make Tim think about it? If he can pull that off, jolly good for him. But, seeing that this youngster is high on the hog right now, he running through people quite easily, that might be a tall order. But this is Keith's chance to prove that he got it. This is a chance for him to turn on some greatness, to put down a young bull trying to bully his way through the rankings. This would be the perfect time for him to show us that he got that. No, not today. Not today. Let me check my deposit slip real quick, because I'm ready to shoot this order in instantly. Oh, shoot. I also see them. Hey, y'all check out my boy DeCane on a hydro blow real quick while I go ahead and see if I can put this order in. Be right back.
Shorty looking mad fly. Had me captivated when she walked by. I'm serious, she had me feeling this tingle, son. Stimulated conversation after mingling. Honey was jingling and stretched jeans looking clean. Appearance would enhance any scene, I mean. Feel me? Really? I know it sounds silly, but looking at her was like puffing on a fat fillet. Relaxing, she had this natural attraction. She started laughing when she saw my reaction. Oh my, pass the name and number to the cell. Asked for mine, I said it's Otis, last name is Bell. Also known as the O, the B, the 3, the A, the S, the T. It's me, obese, and you get high. Then I'm your guy.
If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go.
Slow burn. Say what you want, just be blunt, I can stand the pain. Take a ride on the great airlines, I promise you'll be glad you came. The fire in your eyes make wetness between your thighs. You say you never blow, I eliminate your disguise. Underneath your green exterior, I gaze. Exploration of your brain leaves me in a purple haze. I see consent as my morals continue living. I just like to engage in a little oral tradition. So pardon my unorthodox approach to blazing luscious. That's just the way I roll. Lick the split before I stuff it. You like it hot, I got enough smoke to choke the average throat. But tonight I'm trying to go a little deeper. Loving the feel of your lips, taking drags off this gas, just puff and never pass. I'm your high value reaper.
I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go.
I'm chilling in my room on this night. I got something tied up in the shower. Am I right? A friend in the negligee smiling as she rolling up. Every once in a while looking up, saying, "Girl, hurry up." She placed her gaze back up on me and took a deep sigh and said, "I'm so home. You want a drink?" I said, "Yeah." And while she walked into the table, she asked me what I think. I like the way your lips talk, I like she power. And that ass got my little man shouting. She kinda giggled, "Oh, you like what you see?" Before I can answer, I heard, "Hey, what about me?" I turned around, she got a pose with no clothes, with her leg up on the chair, with her face exposed. She said, "Don't speak, just lay back on the bed." Said something about double heat. Yeah, you heard what she said.
If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got the draw, you can make this track go.
My boy, the Kane came through, hit me up, fell into the studio, sent me what I needed, iced it on out for me. That's that Hydro Blow by the Track Titans featuring Decane. So, yeah, I'm back now. No, little bro Trey, I still can't get my order off yet, man. I gotta wait a few more minutes. I'm sitting here patiently waiting for this thing to hit, so I can jump right on it. So where was I? Oh, Rod Exit ass. Gil Coles, what's up, man? Let me go ahead and say salute to Gil Coles in the house. Gil, got a couple of questions for you. I'm not poking at you or nothing like that, but I want to get your feelings on the quote, picking on Keith Thurman still, because Gilly the Kid had to ask her if she felt like she could really beat Keith Thurman. And she gave down and lay down to it. But I'm not feeling her. I'm not riding with her on it. So when it comes to your boy Keith Thurman and going against Clarissa Shields, I'm with you all the way. She should sit down. But she did say he was gonna get knocked out against Tim Tszyu, and I kind of carry that sentiment too. So what you think? You think Keith's gonna be able to pull through and make it to the end of the fight? Oh, and come to thinking about, since I'm talking about it, it just happened to pop in my head with Ngannou and Anthony Joshua. They only fighting 10 rounds. The boy Ngannou said, "No, y'all trying to get me in 12 rounds. I'm still trying to learn." But yeah, they only gonna be fighting 10 rounds. But that since Champ Ross, who was it? Whoever gave me that put it out there that Parker and Zhang fighting on the undercard. Shoot, I feel like that's gonna be an all right fight. I'm riding with Zane though. I'm gonna be riding with Zane. Bonafide Zane. Because he didn't put Bonafide in front of Parker, so I'm gonna just have to go with Bonafide Zane. Other than that, man, what y'all got going on? And like, other than me struggling with people at my job, trying to get them to work, it's just, how do you find somebody that want to work? The people at Moody Trayweather in the house. Salute my brother. I don't know why his logo looked like that, like a bag, piece of paper or something. I don't know what that's about. But what's going on to you, my brother? Glad to see you sliding through and stopping in, just to come to ride. I felt like I wanted to hang out with the family, so here I is. Here I is. Come nowadays, you can't just fire people. Gotta have all these different 100,000 reasons, and then I got a lady that's over me and my boy Ben who giving us the blues. She like, I don't know, she protecting these girls. I'm like, we need to let them go because they're making the store bad. They in there chilling with the homeless people on the midnight shift. They opening up charger cords and stuff, letting them charge and bring bicycles and stuff in. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on with this? Those people not supposed to be in the store. But they won't let me pull the trigger. I got to get one more stage up under my belt before I can just fire people. That a bitch. Making my life hard. So, let me see if I can't find something interesting. It was something that I wanted to see. So, Jermell Charlo, he tripping again. Ruthless Canelo Alvarez said, no. I'll see you. Is Kid Austin got a fight coming up? I know who do got a fight coming up. That boy, that's not it. Where is it? I know I just saw that. Andy Cruz. Who he fighting? I just posted Parker Zane's pedigree credentials in the Discord. Oh, shoot. We got all kind of news popping up. Let me see what pop it up right there. There it is. Who is this? This is it's got to be Parker representing New Zealand. It's got to be Zhang over here. Okay. Super heavyweight got won the tournament there. Youth Summer Olympics in Singapore. Youth World Championship. I got a question. Oh, that's amateur. That's why. So when they amateurs, the heavyweights are considered super heavyweights? Because I remember they used to have a super heavyweights in the pros. That I don't think that lasted. I don't know how long that lasted. It wasn't too long. They were just looking sloppy, big old dudes out there just flab everywhere. So I still need that invite to the Discord, sir. I'm just wanting to see somebody get the snot knocked out of them. They already doing water testing. So amateur heavyweights also, okay. I'm learning something on that. Dang. So amateur weight classes, or should I say the pro weight classes are like a step above the amateur weight classes. So like welterweights are more like 154 or 150, whatever, like Earl Spence was fighting in the amateurs. Now entering Texas population. I'm gonna have to check that out. I just saw something flash across my screen about marijuana entering into Texas and laws that's going to accompany it. For those of us in Texas that deal in that recreational, you might want to make sure you check on that so we can't get crossed over. Yeah, welterweight is 152 in the amateurs, and amateur heavyweight is like a pro cruiserweight. Dang. I wonder why. I guess if you look at it, the amateurs probably got it right on what the weight classes should really be. Will stop them from having to suck themselves down so much. And then human nature and trying to win, I guess they would still end up sucking themselves down. So a dude that would be fighting at 152 will probably suck himself down from some high number just to make that. So yeah, I guess it'll still pretty much be the same thing. Is Texas a legal weed state? It hasn't come across the board as being a legal weed state yet, but I believe it is starting to make steps in that direction because of the hemp stores that are starting to spring up, and the CBD stores that are changing over, that are proudly putting up the THC, and they got some weeds, some bud flowers that they get that supposedly fit the legal limit that of THC and all that stuff. So I'm looking for Texas to round that corner pretty soon. I'm looking for them to round that corner pretty soon. But as of right now, Rod X, in my lifetime in Texas, I got stopped one time. But when they stopped me, I had finished smoking the bud, so it wasn't nothing for them to take. But the dude let me make it. He was real with it. He let me make it. That was the only time I got stopped, because I was speeding and looking at the radio and talking on the phone to my niece, trying to wish her a happy birthday. And when I looked up, I looked straight in the lawman's face, because his car was parked on the side that I was driving. I'm driving east, and he was parked, but he was in a parking lot, but he was facing the oncoming traffic. And we just locked eyes at me doing 60, I was doing 68 in the 50. It was an old Spanish sheriff. He let me make it. Like, man, I'm just trying to get home. I just got off of work. I worked all night. I've been gone. Then I was in the oil field. I just kept it real when he say, I smell weed. I said, yeah, I smoked one to relax myself since I just got off, but it's gone though. It's gone. That was it. He said, so you ain't got nothing else in the car? No, sir. So if I was to take you out the car and search the car, I wouldn't find nothing. No, sir, you wouldn't find nothing. Like I said, I just smoked the last blunt I had. He said, all right, I believe. So you go ahead and get home now. No ticket or nothing. I was like, ooh. Needless to say, before I got to the house, I did stop and pick up a sack. Then went to the crib, laid it down. He said, okay, for the Discord, they talk about the Discord. So yeah, that was the only time I got stopped with bud in Texas. ever. I've ever, as many times I've crossed the law, I've never been caught with no kind of drugs or nothing. Thank God for that. Knock on wood, plastic, or whatever people say. Got some more people growing up. Y'all holler at your boy. Let me know what y'all know. Oh, thanks, son. Is this a shake? Oh, it's not a shake? It just looked like a shake? Okay. That's right on time, huh? What came through. I know I shouldn't have had a shake, but it's here now. What I'm gonna do, not drink it. So, hey, my AC sounding crazy out there. Nah, yeah, he bullshit. Stop bullshitting then. Give that man the link, Gil. So Jerron Enos finally got a fight. I agree with who was it? There was Tim Bradley was saying stop chasing Terrence Crawford. He not on that level. I don't know about not being on that level. But heck, shoot, if that man ain't trying to fight you, you got a belt now. Start defending your belt and let everything else break down. I think Boots got a reach on him too. I had to see his numbers. I think he got a reach on him. Y'all forgive me. I'm oh, that's not good at all. I know I hit y'all with some news every once in a while. From what's going on around the neighborhood. What did that say? Oh, he crying like a punk. I'm trying to find this interview where Clarissa Shields was talking that high. Boo's not on Bud's time scale. I wouldn't say level. Crawford has Crawford has not earned the right to hold up the progression of the division. Bud definitely should drop the belts. Well, we don't know where he's gonna even fight at. Is he gonna stay at 147? If he's gonna stay at 147 and start fighting and do what they're gonna do. If the Earl Spence fight not gonna happen, then okay, say that's not gonna happen. Get that out the way, and let's start seeing him fight. But you are right. I agree with both of you. He has not earned the right to hold up the progression of a division. I don't think it's my opinion that nobody, I don't care if you are the champion and how good you are, you do not have the right to hold up the division. It should still flow. You should still fight. You should still show how you the man. Saying Boots not on Bud's time scale, I think you'll have to dig a little more into that one for me. But at the same time, I wouldn't say you say you wouldn't say on this level because I think Boots has skills. I think his only flaw is just switching for no reason. But it's a habit now. Something that he just does, he says, don't even know when he's doing it. That could be detrimental later. But Bud, I think Bud should be fighting or should be looking for a fight or trying to get something set up. But we know that this is today's boxing, and this is the way they move. Some people say it's the Floyd Mayweather effect. I don't know if I can just blame it on him. When did these guys decide to only fight every once in a while? And these the ones that are fighting now, they're just trying to pick and choose their way on who to fight. T.O. don't want to fight tall fighters. He don't want to fight slick fighters that could move. He just want to fight somebody that's going to stand in front of him. How do you tell the dude that you competing against how they should fight against you? That just makes no sense to me at all. Don't even come close. Oh, now that it's on my mind and across my eyes, Trix, how's Marlo doing, man? I haven't seen him or had word from him. Have you spoke to him? If not, I'm trying to reach out to him and see how the guy doing. Haven't heard from him in a minute. I miss y'all on the show doing y'all thing. I'm trying to eat and not make a lot of noise with, because I know that sounds terrible on the microphone. So y'all forgive me. I'm really trying not to make no noise. Cambosa stood in front of T.O. and still whooped him. Yeah, I guess that's the part where I don't know, man. T.O. just not that dude. And I think he mentally doing himself that way. He don't want to fight slick people. And you're right. Well, who did? Oh, he wanted Jermaine or Pete Tees to stand in front of him, but Jermaine used the ring and gave him that work. My big brother that stays in Mississippi, he's one of the people that was like, oh, he running. I'm like, nah, big bro. When he engaged, he land more shots on T.O. than T.O. getting off. I wasn't getting when they were saying by box numbers, ConcuBox, that T.O. was outlanding him. I wasn't seeing it. I wear glasses, but I just wasn't seeing it. Hey, Carson, I'm saying at this late in Bud's career, he wouldn't risk his legacy on a guy who isn't decorated versus Boots. He gains nothing and can lose everything. I'm gonna let that one rest on my mind a little bit. Treg said T.O. wants to fight like Floyd, but has T-Rex arms. I can feel you on that, because Floyd got those and Terrence, they got those orangutan arms. They got those long arms. All those dudes with long arms seem to be the ones that really be putting their hands on people. Especially when they got that dog in them. Ali had long arms. I think Sugar Ray Leonard had long arms. The Cobra had pretty decent long arms. These are guys that can make those slight moves. You think you out of range and pow, get popped in the mouth. Trying to get that last little bit of that last half an inch so you can try to throw your punch in and you can step to an extra 2 inches of reach. My son's gonna be disappointed in me, but this is horrible. Knowledgeable fans will give Crawford massive credit for turning away a talented young lion. That's not typical at Crawford's age. Excuse me. Is Bud going to 154 to fight Keith after he knocks out Tim Tszyu, or is he going to fight Boots? Really, Gil Cole? I needed something to make me laugh. What's up, sis? How you doing? La La D in the house, ladies and gentlemen. La La D in the house. We in here just chilling. He said, that's why I said time scale isn't the same. Dang, it's jumping. They ain't too small and skills too good. I'd love to see it, but Bud ain't going to take that risk. Charlo, Spence, Tim, and Canelo, the bigger fights, he have 2 out of 3 left. Well, your boy Canelo saying it ain't happening. Canelo saying pretty much what you're saying that Terence Crawford is saying about Boots. Even though Crawford is decorated, he undisputed in 2 weight classes. But Canelo is using their argument saying that Crawford is too small and all this kind of stuff. But I don't see the problem. If Canelo really the man that he supposedly is, that all the fans say he is, the face of boxing, the best dude pound for pound and all this, which I do not agree with. He is not the number 1 dude. He is not pound for pound. Not in my opinion. I think Crawford will beat him. But he not as at this moment willing to give it a chance to be proven. He rather just say what it's not worth. And how he stands nothing to win. If I beat him, they're going to say he was too small. If I lose, then, that's what it is. Salute to Sonny Liston for fighting the 22-year-old Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali was in my mind, but I was thinking about when he fought Foreman, he was the older man, and Foreman was the youngster. But you're right. Salute to Sonny Liston, because Cassius Clay did beat Sonny Liston when he was 22 years old. Because Mike Tyson was 21, right, when he became the champ. He said, I think Canelo making a mistake. Excuse me. I think Canelo was making a mistake because his fans never hold him accountable for his selections. With that being said, he also has shown disdain as far as he'll let you know straight up. He don't care what the fans think or who he fight, hence who he's fought. No matter who we can call for, that man came out and fought somebody else. Salute to say Crawford versus Canelo in his second shot at Mayweather. That's how I'd see it. I can't see it like that because they don't have Crawford and Mayweather paths don't intertwine like that. That'd just be a way for people to try to put it. I see it as Canelo facing Crawford, and can Canelo beat him? Trey said, Foreman was a champion. Was a champion though, so it's different. Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it because Foreman had took the belt from Frazier because Ali was trying to get back at Frazier and get the belt back, and Foreman ended up beating Frazier. The way he was hitting Frazier in that fight, man, the way Frazier was getting dazed, that was just. I think that was one of the few times that I seen somebody just getting knocked silly from a punch. The way he was knocking Frazier that night. How he did that skip move when he was going before he fell down. And I could see it right now just happening, how he was just falling. But yeah, you're right. Foreman was a champion, so Ali was going in to get it. But Sonny Liston was the champ when he gave the young lion a chance. But these boys ain't like that now. It's all about them, only them. To me, it seemed like if you stand a chance to beat them, they won't fight you. He said, I was watching when we were kings earlier on demand. Oh, yeah, that documentary. That's a good one. That's a good one. I remember I wanted to see it when it first came out. I was all over it when it first came out some years back. I'm one of those people like if it's something old, an old documentary that's touching on something, you know, one of the fighters or somebody in music, I'm all over it. I'll watch that. It's some actors that that catch my eye, but for the most part, my favorite things to watch when it comes to documentaries, true things, is the fighters, but more so the musicians and singers. Just on what they went through, how their mind work when it come to putting projects together, they thinking process and everything like that. I checked out the one that they put out for We Are the World, and you know, some people looked at it and was like, oh man, that ain't, you know, but I, you know, they didn't feel it like I felt it. I got a chance to see Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, how they all was spitting out different ideas and coming up with ideas, how they could talk to another singer and help them sing their part. And I don't know, I just had, I got a great feeling out of watching it. It moved me on a musical note. It's one of those things that I'll watch more than once, for sure. I need you to see me. Oh, okay, that's Rod X talks to Trey X. Corey Holcomb. I did not know the other day was President's Day. And on top of that, I don't remember ever being out of school on President's Day. Now these kids get out of school for President's Day and all kind of stuff. How many dang on holidays they get? And I'm not complaining because I got kids to go to school to be home to bother me, because I don't. But I'm like, dang, these kids is always in the store. Little badasses be stealing. You trying to tell them, look, y'all can't come to the store when school hours in. They told me, oh, we don't have school today. What? It's Monday. Why y'all don't have school? President's Day. I don't remember celebrating President's Day. I remember being out for Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, summer vacation. Those are the holidays that I remember being out of school for. Like they said, President's Day is now one day. It used to be Lincoln's Day separate and Washington's Day separate. We had 2 days as kids. Well, see, I I don't remember being out on Washington's Day or Lincoln. I just told you. I remember being out of school for Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, summer vacation. She said, but Rhode Island did things differently. Okay, I could feel it. Wait, what was that? Carlos Palomino gave Wilfred Benitez a shot at 17, and Benitez gave Sugar Ray, dang, it jumped again, Sugar Ray a shot at 23. These are these are champions that was giving the young lions a chance, in opposed to what Canelo do. He give a young lion a chance, but not one with no sharp claws and teeth. And right now, Terrence Crawford is not giving nobody a chance. I know Lala D don't really like the girl boxing, so I know she's gonna agree with everybody when we say tell Clarissa to sit down and leave Terrence Crawford, leave Keith Thurman alone. But what I want to know is, Lala D, do you think that Keith stands a chance a Tim Kazoo? She said Rhode Island still has VJ Day. That stands for Victory Over Japan. What? Y'all celebrate? Y'all, I never even heard of that as a day of celebration. I've never seen it pop up on a calendar. I've never heard it come out of somebody's mouth vocally. This is the first time I've seen it. She said, I don't think Keith can win. Too inactive. We all been saying the same thing, sis. We all been saying the same thing. Come on, let me check. Is it time? Keith's gonna go out there and get a stomach ache. Say, Rhode Island doesn't allow legal weed shipments. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna make my order. Yes, I am. Let me move this over here real quick. Bro, it's here. I'm gonna go ahead. Gonna go and get that out the way too. Let me put this over here real quick. You laughing at over here? How your strawberry, your chocolate strawberries turn out, Lala? You never did put the recipe out there for nobody? You just started shooting shots at me, telling me how you was gonna put pause on me. Like I started boxing at 39 and you started boxing at 6. But all the brother wanted was a recipe to some chocolate covered strawberries. Let me put this in my savings. Transfer that in real quick. Okay, that's out the way. So the turtle ones were the best. Nobody wanted the recipe. No, nobody said they didn't want the recipe. Nobody just said anything because before they could say anything, you had them all laughing at the fact that you was trying to throw pause on little old MZ for no reason. So she said, but I also made some white chocolate and pink chocolate and edible pink, glitter, okay. How about the crumble cookies had a chocolate covered strawberry cookie last week? Okay. Yeah. So don't try to blame and say nobody didn't want the recipe. You just was too busy cracking yourself up, as you like to say. I'm seeing all this stuff, but I ain't seeing what I want to see. Let me pull up my link. I'm gonna jump on that right. Oh shit. Let me send this to her. Slow burning, say what you want, just be blunt. I can stand the flames. Take a ride on the Canes Airline. Promise you'll be glad you came. That boy killed that. Without eliminate your disguise. Oh, see, she's shooting shots again. Shots fired. Trey X was called fat by Lala D. I don't even know why. She just come on here and start slinging bullets left and right. That's shoot, I got what I was looking for. My brother hooked me up. Did I send it? Y'all give me a second because I'm trying to put some on order real quick. Then I'll be right back in action We'll be good there. I can't find the link. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me go ahead and knock this out real quick. That white caviar. Oh, I got a bag already set. Show me my bag. Show me my. There it is. My email address. ETORAIE at gmail.com. All right, Trey. I'll hit it for that white caviar myself, bro. All I gotta do now is sit back and wait a couple of days for it to roll on through, and I will be puffing, and then I'll be on my hiatus. Sunrise Creek. First class 3 days, Monday to 20th. I can't get it no faster than that. Monday? UPS Pro, no, because then she'll be out of my. I'm going to go ahead and do it like that. So I'm going to get it. My brother got me hooked up. Appreciate ya. Use my billing address above. Continue. What the fuck, man? I don't have a website address. All right, then. I'm almost done. What is that? I can't hardly see. 485.8. Nine 6 6. 3 4 5 6. Y'all hit me with. I need. Okay, say I'm not buying anything. I'm trying. I need to be getting. Okay, expiration date 23/25. Oh shoot! I got to get a new car next year. Knock on wood. I had my car from the beginning. Usually people be lost to something before you even recognize what's going on. What's up, bro?
Lude, I thought I'd jump on. I felt your momentum slowing down a little bit. Hey, I think you just made history. You the first motherfucker to order some weed live on the air.
Shit, that's what I'm seeing. 5-6. I'm sitting here putting the last numbers in. That's what happened. Order complete. Please wait.
This nigga crazy as a motherfucker. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to have us a little fight party on Discord or something next month if we don't end up calling the fight for Tim Zoo and Keith Thurman. For my nigga Gil, the man that steal codes. You know what I'm saying? We gonna support him. It is what it is. Tim Zoo is a 2-1 favorite to not only beat Keith Thurman, but to knock his ass out. Those are the odds. He about a 9-1 favorite to win the fight. It's bad for Keith Thurman, man. Yeah, but you know, out with the old, in with the new. You know how boxing do. You can't just hang around and think you're gonna pick up paydays and all this kind of shit. Yeah, they got the right opponent for him right now. The least active fighters in boxing going against one of the most active fighters in boxing. Let's see how that shit turn out as a science experiment.
I can already pretty much tell you how it's gonna turn out. He gonna get his ass whooped.
We already know.
We done seen this dance too many times.
Yeah, my boy D-Lo think Keith Thurman got action. I had posted a question earlier. I said, man, because they were talking about Conor Benn fighting against Danny Garcia. So I said, what is this? Is this out with the old, in with the new? Or is this Danny Garcia gonna go out there and do his thing? And Gil Coles, he picked Danny. My boy Yasa picked Danny at first. And also D-Lo picked Danny. Danny done had one fight since 2020. So I'm seeing that we just ain't learning around here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the layoff.
No, I learned. I ain't finna have me out there looking crazy.
Yeah, we gonna be serving crow, man. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Lala D said, I want Thurman to win because I want Gil Coles to be happy. Oh, that's what's up. That's why we need people like her in the community. She like a glue. She the glue that hold everything together. You know what I'm saying? So she looking out for Gil Coles. I don't want Gil Coles to be happy. I want to talk shit. That's what I want to do. She said Thurman can run his ass off, though. He's not the type to take a beat down. That's a good point. He the type of guy that got good legs, so he can get out there and navigate his way out of danger. That's why we just seen him get hurt several times, but we ain't never seen him get stopped. Every time he take a body shot, I saw him take one left hook to the body from Sean Porter, and the track meet was on. I'm talking about that nigga got out there and got on the move and survived that shit. I saw him take a hellacious looping left hand from the southpaw stance from I can't think of my man name, that southpaw with all them goddamn tattoos, Luis Calazo, and the track meet was on. I'm talking about that nigga went out there, was running around the ring like that motherfucker with the turban on Mike Tyson Punch Out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Whoa, that cause the dude that be doing the circles and then come in and stick you.
Yeah.
Man, that's a hell of an analogy right there, comparison.
Yeah, square business. So we know what he can do, but this is the thing though. In all those situations, he was more active, and at the same time, he was younger. I don't know if he can move around like that at 35, going up in weight, because this ain't gonna be at 147. He gonna have to move around like that with a 7-pound weight in his pocket. Really more than that, because you know, if he rehydrate from 147 to like 155 for the fight, he might go from 154 to like 160. So he'll be fighting with about a 6-pound weight in his pocket, 5-pound weight in his pocket, something like that. I don't know if he's gonna be able to move around like that. I know my boy Eric R said he want a big ring. He think a big ring will be good for the motherfucker. And theoretically, I think so too. But I don't know if he gonna have the legs to navigate a big ring for 12 rounds. And then this dude putting pressure on him, not only physical pressure, but mental pressure. Because that's one thing that Tim Tszyu does. In his last fight, when he fought the guy that knocked out Fundora, I can't never remember this man's name. Rod X told me his name last time. I can't remember his name though. But he didn't knock the guy out. The guy's tough. But he put a lot of mental pressure on this man. Like he was just always right there, always in front of him, always making him have to be tense for some contact or on the deep, like ready for some defense. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just always there, even if he ain't throwing punches, he's there. That's that mental pressure, man. He gonna be putting that shit on Keith Thurman, and then don't let him start landing body shots. And Keith Thurman don't have no jab. That's why Carissa saying what she's saying, because the shit that Keith Thurman does, it don't look like boxing. It's more like an athletic Florida style. That's what I call it. I call it the Florida style. Different regions have different type of styles, in my opinion. Like if you go to the Northeast, or you'll see like some real game guys, but got some real good skills. If you go out like the Detroit type of way, you're gonna see like some real slick guys. If you go to Texas, you're gonna see some tough guys that's going to the body. If you go to Florida, you're gonna see some real athletic type of guys. If you go to Philadelphia, you're gonna see some fundamental guys. Even people doing what not seen Richardson say. He said they even throw the jab when they have street fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you're gonna see. So that's what I see from Thurman. He got like a real athletic style, but not like a very fundamental style. And a lot of the time when you got that type of style, as you get older and your reflexes start to deteriorate, that shit start working against you. It's kind of like Roy Jones, because Roy Jones had that real athletic style. But once his gift started to deteriorate, he started getting knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, Keith Thurman, he got out jabbed by Sean Porter by a 2-to-1 ratio. I heard you say, well, do Tim Tszyu got an educated jab? It didn't even take an educated jab. Sean Porter does not have a pretty jab, nor does he have long arms. And he was still able to out jab Keith Thurman. All you got to do is use your jab. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman ain't got no great defense for that jab. That's why you see people like Riverside Rocky giving them tough action, stepping to him behind a jab and throwing combinations and shit. People we think he gonna knock out, and they step into him with some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think this the wrong place at the wrong time. And then look at this too. Tim Tszyu, he looking at this shit like a step up or like a opportunity to prove himself. He not even coming into this fight like he's some kind of proven commodity already. He coming to this fight to prove himself, because I've been hearing him talk about shit like that in interviews. Man, this dude hungry, he young, aggressive, powerful, got championship pedigree running through his veins, earned what he got. Ain't nobody giving him shit. He going out here beating quality opponent after quality opponent and taking the respect. At first, I didn't respect him that much. When he fought Terrell Gausha, I took Gausha. That motherfucker making us respect him.
Yeah.
We gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see.
Cause he went out there and ran through Tony Harrison.
Yeah.
I was kind of giving, Tony Harrison kind of talked me into it. I thought Tony was gonna go out there and show a little bit, but he got out there and didn't give nothing.
Who?
Harrison.
Oh, he came off a layoff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he came off a fucking year layoff, man.
The same thing that Keith doing.
Yeah, but Tony Harrison is one of the people that made me believe in Tim Tszyu, because he was talking about the things that made Tim Tszyu good. He said most people think about the power, but it's really the speed and the reflexes. And he said when you train for Tim Tszyu, when you're looking at the tape, you're not really seeing this shit. But when you get in front of him, you see that the puzzle is a lot more complex than you anticipated it being. You know what I'm saying? He more of a thinking man's fighter than we give him credit for.
Right.
And it kind of makes sense. He's been around boxing all his life. I mean, he ain't got the deep amateur background, but he do got about 40 fights. In Australia, Australia got a respectable amateur boxing program too. That's why I'm not surprised that we started to see some good guys come out of there like Jai Upataya. That's a bad man, you know what I'm saying? Square
Yeah.
business. And it's a few other ones that's coming out of there too. It's this one. Fuck, I can't think of that young guy name. I want to say Sam Goodman come from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. That's the dude that got the upset over the motherfucker at 122. God damn, I can't think of the dude name, man. The dude that wanted to
What he
fight
look
Cool
like?
Boy Steph. What'd you say?
I was gonna say what he looked like.
He a brother. He fight at 122. He a 3-time national championship bronze medalist. His name is something Akeem. Now what the fuck? He a 3-time national championship bronze medalist, man. Rais Alim is his name. And Sam Goodman got a win over him. As a matter of fact, you picked Sam Goodman on the Champ Ross. Just about everybody picked Rais Alim, and you was one of the only people to pick Sam Goodman.
Probably the only.
Yeah, he was one of the
Reese
only
the
ones.
Beast.
And you know what? That was a pedigree scale pick. Because like I just said, Rais the Beast Salim is a bona fide 3 national championship bronze medalist 3 times. And that motherfucker Sam Goodman, he fought on the national level. So he was a 4. So we had a 4 going against a 3, and everybody picked the 3, including me. And you was the only person to go with the pedigree scale, even though you probably didn't consciously go with the scale, but you went with the scale. And you ended up being right. Surprise, surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Irv H.
That's
Thank
Gil
you.
Cole's homeboy, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say thanks for coming through. I saw y'all speaking about him, getting a link. Appreciate you coming through, man. Salute to you.
Salute, man.
That boy Tony, socially scientists say Tony Harris needs to write the trash talking scripts for other fighters.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That boy got a mouthpiece.
He one of the best. He talked about the ass whooping in a rematch with Charlo, though. The first fight he came respectful, and I think he kind of defused Charlo with his respect. And then in the rematch, he wanted to come with all that cornball this and cornball that, and you a bitch and all this kind of stuff, and talked up on a knockout. Even though it was a competitive fight, don't get me wrong, because he was in that fight. Some people had him winning that fight, but he still got knocked out. So he talked up on the knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had him out boxing Charlo, but like I used to say with Wilder, when people say they was boxing him up till he got knocked out. You know, so yeah, you're right. He was doing all right till he got knocked out.
Well, actually, the first fight he boxed, the one that he won controversially. The second fight, he wanted to make a statement, and he stepped to Charlo. That kind of threw Charlo off too. It kind of reminded me of back in the day when what's the name of the motherfucker, the white boy that outboxed Ruslan Provodnikov back in the day, the one that got knocked out by Earl Spence brutally. Chris Algieri. Yeah, Chris Algieri. He had a fight with Amir Khan maybe 10 years ago or some shit. I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or something like that. And most people expected Chris Algieri to go out there and box and move, because that's the way he normally fight. He fight on the outside. But he changed trainers before this fight. He started being trained by John David Jackson, and they decided to step to Khan. Fuck all that boxing and moving. They stepped to him, and that threw Khan off. A lot of people felt like Chris Algieri defeated Amir Khan with that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Rod X said,
but what I was gonna say, in the rematch, Tony Harrison stepped to Charlo, and that kind of threw him off. He stepped to him, made the fight, and he was winning a lot of the rounds. You know what I'm saying?
And he got caught.
Yeah.
He one of the few dudes that I seen get knocked out the same way, like eating uppercuts, and his head just keep going back and forth. He didn't got caught in that position more than one time.
Yeah.
Tim Tszyu did him like that, and Charlo did him like that.
Yeah. Well, salute to Super Bad Tony Harrison, though, man. I like Super Bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, 75-12 amateur record, national championships, silver medalist. He a 3 on the scale. He done went out there and fought some of the best of them. You know what I'm saying? They put him off in there with Willie Nelson and all the motherfuckers when he was younger. He done been in there with Jerry Hurd. He done been in there with Charlo. He done been in there with Tim Tszyu. He gonna get out there and fight a motherfucker. And plus, he got his grandfather was a fighter too, so he come from a line of fight. I think his dad did a little fighting too, but he had a grandfather named Henry Hank that was like a notable fighter in his time. That motherfucker had some defense. He was slick with it, and that's his grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Tony Harrison, man, and you know his pops passed away and all that shit too. So man, I like Tony Harrison.
I like the shit that he can talk. He can't get you crunk for a fight. That part for sure.
He ain't gonna go out there and outbox a motherfucker too. Don't forget when he fought against what's the name of that Mexican Sergio something. I can't remember his name. I think that's the dude that went out there and gave Fundora a tough fight. But he was the favorite over Tony Harrison, and Tony Harrison went out there and boxed his ass up, put that motherfucking Detroit skills on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So let's not make it seem like he weak out here, because the nigga can't fight. He just done fought the best. When you fight the best, sometimes you come up short.
Now I wasn't saying I ain't never thinking he weak. I'm just saying he can talk that talk. That boy had that mouthpiece, have y'all balanced.
Yeah, I was just
he had Charlo just hot.
I was just saying, it don't. His trash talk shouldn't be the first thing we think of when we think about him, though. We should be thinking about a motherfucker that done got out there with some killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just hope this go to the right house, because you know it's another street right behind me that kind of got the same house address, but that bitch name different. I'll be mad to the motherfucker.
Yeah,
because they stuff that came to my house before, but I took it to them.
Yeah. Right, they say Zoo got the bloodline too. Hell yeah, he got the bloodline. Yeah, he damn sure got the bloodline, man. His pops was a bad motherfucker.
Costa Zoo, his daddy, right?
Hell yeah. Olympic gold medalist Costa Zoo. Undisputed champion Costa Zoo.
Costa Zoo gave Zab Judah that punch.
An iconic right hand. You know what I'm saying? We always remember when Zab Judah got up doing the stanky leg and all that shit after he got caught with that right hand. You know
I want to know what he said to the referee.
I don't even know it.
You know what I'm saying? I want to ask that man so bad. Hey man, when he got up, what did he say to you? You let that motherfucker hit me with a brick.
He talking to the wrong motherfucker. He should have kept his mind on Zoo. I actually thought he was doing well in the first round. I gave the first round to Zab Judah, but I could tell that he was kind of intimidated. But you know what? According to my pedigree scale, Costa Zoo was supposed to beat Zab Judah. We had a motherfucking 5 going against a 3.5. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to beat that man. So in hindsight, yeah.
Oh, she said, give me a large piece of no pepperoni. Dang, that's a good one.
Yeah,
every time I see it, I always like he put his hand up like, what? I'm just like, what did he say? What did he give me a large piece of no pepperoni?
He down there threw his hand up like he was calling for a taxi, and that motherfucker was trying to get up out that bitch. Go so what? Get away from this crazy ass Soviet Union hard right hand swinging motherfucker, man.
Man, he feels like a brick. He just boom and jumped straight up. But I had a friend that told me, a coworker that told me, you want to know if somebody really hurt? They get up and get on the move real quick.
Yeah.
They get up and start getting up out of there. And
that boy, this might be our opportunity to see a father and son become great fighters. That's an opportunity that he got to put down. History suggested that shit shouldn't happen because we ain't never seen that before. I can't think of a father and son that was great. Both of them great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tim Zoo become undisputed and all that kind of shit, and keep on collecting scalps and fighting at a frequent pace where he's staying sharp and all that kind of shit, keeping that advantage. Man, we might be talking about them motherfuckers being the best father-son duo in history. Yes,
would be
Blue
big.
there, HR. Appreciate you coming through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come through and talk some of that boxing. You ain't got to come through and be quiet either, my nigga. Come through and talk your shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's open over here like that.
Yeah. Anywhere we at.
Trex, let me be the first to tell you things right now. I'm sitting here looking at my receipt, just like, yeah.
Yeah, them motherfuckers be sending discounts and all kind of shit. Take 15% off and all this kind of shit, man. I like that company a lot. Square business. I'm fucking with them, nigga. I was even trying to buy a damn t-shirt to rock the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with them, man. I like them niggas. And then look, if you look at the website, they always show you a video of the inventory that they got. So if they got a certain strain, they'll post a video of what the shit looking like. Man,
Right.
that shit be looking good in the motherfucker. And everybody be raving about them. I ain't heard nobody say nothing bad about them yet, and that's very rare. Because most of the time I see at least a few bad comments. Everybody love these motherfuckers. So yeah, I'm rocking with them. Lucky Elk.
Yeah, Lucky Elk.
Shit.
I'm about to find how lucky he is. That boy Rod X said, I would have loved to see Tim Tszyu versus Mayweather.
I think Mayweather went out there and boxed his ass up. Boxed and turned that motherfucker. I mean, Tim Tszyu was a hell of a fighter, but skill for skill, he can't fuck with no Mayweather. And Mayweather is a official 4.5, but you know he should have been a 5. You know what I'm saying? Because he got robbed in the Olympics.
In the Olympics.
Yeah.
Referee quit reffing boxing. You know,
he got the amateur experience advantage though, because Mayweather was around 84-7, 85-7, somewhere off in there, and Kostya Tszyu, he had around 270 fights. He was like 259-11, if I'm not mistaken. So he definitely had the amateur background advantage as far as the volume. But as far as the accomplishments, they comparable. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them Olympians that won medals.
Yeah. Matisse not fighting that Pyro dude no more? Not fighting Liam?
Shit, I hope they motherfuckers fight. I don't know if they fighting or not, but I would like to see it. I like Leon Pyro, man. That's a 4 on the scale. Subriel Matias, he 80-20 as an amateur. Pyro got about 70 fights, but he fought at the AIBA World Championships and won a few fights. So I got him ranked a 4. And Matias, he around a 3 or a 3.5, depending on how you feel about Puerto Rican amateur boxing. But yeah, Pyro got action, man, because he's slick, southpaw, he can punch. You see what he went out there and did to Montana Love. And Montana Love got a deep amateur background. Went out there and got his ass knocked out fucking around with Pyro.
What happened was I just wasn't ready for that one coming down the pipe. Now I seen it on the Boxing Voice where it was saying that he looking for an opponent because Liam is out.
Damn, that motherfucker Liam just came back. That motherfucker always out. God damn, he just came back.
Sometimes it just be the luck of the draw for some people.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. Motherfucker just came back because he was scheduled to fight another motherfucker for a while, but that shit fell through because he kept on getting injured. Then he came back and he beat Montana Love, and now he out again.
Huh.
But he another one of them Australians. The motherfuckers ain't playing over there in Australia, man. You know, Australia got deep roots in boxing anyway, because they used to be a penal colony for England.
Yeah, they used to be a prison, didn't it?
You know,
something like that.
Yeah, a penal colony. That's how we got our first black champion. I told y'all about John Perry. That motherfucker got charged for he went to court for forgery because that motherfucker Tom Oliver accused him of forgery. He went to court and they sent him to Australia to the penal colony. He ended up fighting the standing champion George Ho, and he won the championship. That's how we got our first black champion in history.
Huh.
What's that
Rolling
noise in the
out.
background, OG?
My computer is at certain points it cuts its fan on to breathe.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't realize it was whistling through.
Yeah, that shit sounded crazy. Sounded like a damn turbine or something.
Dang, it ain't usually that loud, and it usually don't come on while I'm doing the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. That motherfucker sound like he's trying to prison. He do sound like he's trying to take off.
Yeah.
I know. That's all right. That's all right, baby. I still work with you. This computer about 10 years old now. A little over 10.
Yeah, I need to give me one.
Still do that. I think
I
I
ain't
got
no
one.
technology motherfucker though. I ain't gonna even lie.
All you gotta do is just know what you're looking for and know what you want to do. Everything else, don't even worry about. MZ and Trey. See it on Saturday. That's the most of them with great amateur records have less power, and he thinks it's because the amateurs don't let you sit on your punches. Agree? Who was Shushu? Well,
Shushu Carrington, man, the kid from I think he's from Brownsville. He got a 45.
The little red?
Huh?
The little red guy?
No, he dark skinned. I think he fight around 126, 45 and 24 amateur record. About a 2 on the scale. He fought on the regional level, but he's very talented though. He, as a matter of fact, this past weekend he got a knockout over the type of guy that you normally don't knock out. He knocked out a tough motherfucking Mexican that had been in there with power punches already. And most of the time, them guys go the distance. He went out there and got knocked out in like 2 rounds, or maybe 4 rounds by Shushu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't buy into all of that where the amateurs, you don't have power because you don't sit on your punch. Either you're born with power or you're not. Do you really think that any kind of amateur boxing would have kept George Foreman or fucking Mike Tyson from punching hard? You know what I'm saying? Like it's either you can punch or you can't, man. It just is what it is. Punches are born, they ain't made. So, like with that argument, they saying that the amateurs are making them into less powerful punchers. And I would say either you're born with it or you're not.
Either you naturally got some power or you don't.
Yeah. That's one thing I can say I got. That's some power, especially in my right hand. And when I first went to the gym, that shit was evident my first day. It was ugly. Everything I threw was ugly, but that bag was rocking. I remember that motherfucker Curtis Coates. The coach that I was working with when I first got to the gym, he told Curtis Coates that I had some power. I'm over here rocking this bag. So Curtis Coates said, man, that boy pushing that bag. So he went over there and stood behind the bag and held that motherfucker. And I let go of a few right hands. He was like, yeah, the boy is punching. But he said, but look, let me show you something that's different though. He said, you kind of clubbing with it. Let me show you something. He started throwing Pearson type punches. It looked like his punches was gonna go through the bag. It wasn't. The bag wasn't swinging. It wasn't swinging like when I was hitting it, but it looked like his hand was literally gonna go through that bitch. I said, yeah, that's something different. And at that time, I didn't even know that he was a great fighter. I had no idea until I went to school and I looked up his tape on whatever that shit was at school. I was looking in. I was like, damn, that nigga coach putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Whooping ass, nigga. Yeah, Curtis Coates is a bad man.
Coach put in work.
Yeah.
Work. Shushu, the guy that was saying he did the Mike Tyson speech like eat the kids and praise to Allah and all that stuff. Is that the one? Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rod X, because Rod X put it in my mind when he said he did his best Mike Tyson rendition.
Yeah. Yeah, she a bad man. I just don't understand the 45 and 24. 44 and 25, my bad. I always get that mixed up, but 44 and 25, I just don't understand that. How the fuck that happened? You know what I'm saying? But we'll see about this guy though, for sure.
Lala D said MD and Trey X. I sent a super chat asking Shoot, does he want to see Gary Russell at 126? His response let me know that he respects Gary's skills. He said there's no demand for it, but he'll fight anyone.
It don't even nah. I take that differently. Ain't no demand for it, nigga. Who are you to be demanding? Why don't you say that's an opportunity for you to prove yourself? That's the way you should see him. Fuck, I'll fight anybody. Like, I understand that, like, you should want to fight anybody, but at the same time, that's kind of like a neutral stance, in my opinion. He should want smoke with these guys, because that's his opportunity to prove himself. Now, he not really on the level to be fighting them type of guys now, you know what I'm saying? But still, he should have the attitude that's food for him to go to the next level.
Yeah, you need scouts.
Yeah, that's a hell of a scout.
Gary Russell, yeah.
Yeah, Gary
that
Russell.
Name still rings something.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see his brother fight now again.
That's the one right there, man. I wouldn't favor nobody at 140 over his brother.
I'm ready to see him get at it again. I like Antoine.
That's a motherfucking pit bull dog.
He got that look too.
Yeah.
with that crazy fro.
Crazy fro, dressed crazy earrings. He real eccentric. And a lot of the time when I see greats, they be eccentric. So I think he a special fighter. Olympian, 120 some amateur fight. You know what I'm saying? Bad man. Beat Boots Ennis like 3 out of 4 times. Got in his chest. I seen one of the fights. Ennis couldn't get no room for his punches because his pit bull is in his chest the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
That's one dog that scared me too. I got attacked by one in Geary.
Yeah, I had one locked. I had one almost bite my damn dick off. I'm talking about locked on the inside of my thigh. I had to get the breaking sticks to get them off me.
Ooh,
that shit was crazy. Yeah.
Now the one that chased me, I was able to jump on the car and get up in the tree. So I ain't, he ain't get to sink his teeth into me. But dang, bro, gosh, I could just imagine. Was he trying to shake it like that?
Nah, he ain't shake, but he locked on my shit though, for sure.
Dang.
I was a little kid, but I stayed calm. I kind of knew what to do. Them motherfuckers fight dogs and shit. And I always saw them get the breaking sticks, and luckily there was some next to me, so I got the breaking sticks and started working on getting them off my leg. And then it was some people outside, so they came and started trying to help me and shit. I'm just glad the motherfucker missed my piece.
Yeah, that would have been ugly.
Man, but I still got them scars to this day though, nigga.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, that shit happened 30 years ago.
Man. Now the dog that was after me, like I said, I was able to get in the tree after I jumped on the car. Which it fucked me up because when I got on the car, I kind of thought I was safe for a quick second. But I realized he was getting up on top of the car too. Yeah. I was just lucky that I could jump high enough to reach the branch of the tree that was over the car so I could pull myself up. It was Sean's dog, one of my homeboys. He wasn't really a homeboy. We was like, how you see somebody you cool with, but you only cool with it because you cool with his cousin. That's the kind of thing it was.
Yeah.
Dog used to always get away from. I hated that dog. Every time I seen him with that dog, I just made myself unavailable and went the other way.
Yeah.
He one of those idiots that he want to ride his skateboard while the dog pull him. He know the dog aggressive. He get hit, rocks fall off the damn skateboard, dog get away. He chasing people all through the neighborhood. I hated that dog.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I'm nervous around dogs and I don't know ever since that shit happened though. Swear business. See, when I was in high school, I had like a boxing sponsor and he used to fight dogs. And he was in a wheelchair, so he couldn't really fuck with him. And he needed help. And sometimes it'll just be like me and his cousins at his house or something like that. and he got these Grand Champion Mayday puppies. Grand Champion Mayday is one of the greatest fighting dogs to ever fight. And he had some of his grandkids. They were like some $7,000 dogs from South America. They was beautiful though, but they were some killers. Sensei, Bazooka, and Trina. And I would have to go out there and help him with the dogs and shit. And try to look like I ain't nervous, but I'm scared as a motherfucker that this crazy ass dog might fuck around and bite me. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I feel you on that. I feel scared with you. And it ain't even happening.
I go out there and walk him and shit though, walking around the neighborhood with my shirt off and shit with this big ass killer like I'm somebody. I go out there and do it.
Not me. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Not me. I ain't finna come help you feed him. I ain't finna help you get no water, give you no bail. I ain't walking it. If that motherfucker mean and he growled at me or tried to bite me, we done. I don't trust no dogs.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can come out the house, MZ, check it out, dog. Nah, man, get that away from me.
Yeah.
Go on with that. See, you playing too much. Where my goddamn gun? Somebody finna be mad.
Yeah.
For real. I ain't never had no good response with like in Gary. People always they dogs always fought. When you seen kids with dogs, you knew that they was fighting their dogs. My first dog was a poodle.
Yeah, me too. And me too, as a matter of fact. Shit.
So they go to show you, I got a little dog. He can't fight nobody. I'm like, that ain't what I'm about. I ain't trying to do that. Everybody else got pit bulls and Great Danes and all these fighting the boxers, and it was all mean. I always wanted the mean dog too, but I wanted him to be mean for me. Like if somebody coming out the way, you go bite him. Like they dogs trying to do, like the saying, they'll jump on the car right with you. Yeah, shit. If you running from a dog, you might well just really know what you're trying to do. I'm going straight to a tree.
The guys that I was around that was fighting dogs when I was older, they were serious about this shit. Like these niggas got kennels. Them motherfuckers betting big money at fights. I'm talking about $40,000 bets and shit at fights. So they were serious about this shit. They wasn't just somebody being mean to a dog and fighting. So like the dogs, they were surprisingly very nice. If another dog come in the backyard, they'll act a fool. But if a human went back there, they was relatively nice. You know what I'm saying? That was a strange thing. But they were some killers. I like dog fights though. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I like it because the dogs got technique and shit. You got head dogs, chest dogs, and stifle dogs. Stifles is the back legs. That's where they get their power from. So you'll have some dogs that concentrate on that area and break their opponent down. You got some dogs that lock on the chest and like to shake a motherfucker, shake them all off their feet and shit. And then you got some dogs that's kind of defensive and they head dogs. So they'll kind of hang back and kind of keep their opponent at bay with their paws and then take bites to the face and to the head and to the teeth and all this kind of shit, and bite teeth out their mouth and all kind of shit. Man, that shit was cool as hell to me to see that.
That's why I couldn't understand when they got Michael Vick in trouble, because I was like, he just fighting dogs, which, coming from Gary, that's something that they used to do. And I know what you mean because they had the kennels and stuff. I just like, if I felt like the dog wasn't under control, that he had any chance to get to me, I wasn't comfortable. I never was comfortable. Come watch the dog fight. I'll watch it if I'm like in the car or like in the house where the door is, like the screen door where I can look out of that. But like being outside where where the fight is gonna take place and he could like get to me, now I'm not doing that.
See, but this is the thing. Michael Vick got in trouble too because he had a dog graveyard on his property. See, when people fight dogs and a dog lose, they don't take the dog home and you live to fight another day. They kill the dog. We're not going to continue to spend money to feed you and you losing money. So they killed the dog right there on the spot. And that was the part of the game that was kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of sad to see a dog fight his heart out and lose, and then at the end of the fight get killed. You know what I'm saying? That was tough, but that's a big reason why he got in trouble.
Okay.
It was one time he had a dog that was like a small dog. I say this dog was probably like 45 pounds or something. His name was Johnny Taylor, and he lost on some technical shit. Johnny Taylor was a fucking killer. He was but the way the lights were set up in the pen, when they scratched him, the lights would be in his eyes, and he couldn't see, so he wouldn't scratch. But whenever the dog would hit him, he'll come out whooping his motherfucking ass. So he ended up losing the fight because he didn't scratch 3 times. But the guy that I know, he didn't kill him. He took him home, and as a matter of fact, he let us have me and his little cousins and shit. And we happy we got us a game dog. We got us a killer. We know that he done died on some not died, but he lost on some technicality shit. But the dude that gave him to us, the guy in the wheelchair, he's still mad at the dog though because he lost money.
Right.
So he said, all right, I'm gonna let y'all keep him, but first he got to go through everybody in the backyard. Everybody. This nigga got like at least half a dozen dogs back here, killers too. And Johnny Taylor got to go fight all of them. And it was crazy. It was like a movie because these dogs are a lot bigger than him, and he pushing they motherfucking ass back. And he got an upset over this dog named Sensei, and my nigga thought about killing Sensei because he got upset. But he got through Bazooka, but he got to their little sister Trina, and she had the sharpest teeth that you ever seen, and she cut him and fucked him up, and he died. You know what I'm saying? That shit was sad, nigga. We over there, the young niggas down there want to cry. You talking shit, look at y'all soft ass niggas over there want to cry over a dog. Yeah, niggas, we love Johnny Taylor, nigga.
Man, damn. Yeah, I would have been. What you getting to me for if you was just gonna fight to kill him anyway?
Yeah, what he did though.
Yeah, no, don't matter. I don't care. The only dogs I like is the ones that I raise. Yeah. That's it. Like I said, my first dog was a poodle. That's what my mama got for me. But I was little. I wasn't no big dude then. But when I started growing up, we wasn't having no dogs. But my friends that have a dog, we go with my great aunt in Chicago, and they had an old dog named Rufus. And Rufus was just mean. But my aunt, my great aunt, she was the one. She the one that made me have broken trust with a dog, because she had convinced me that nothing could get to me through her. As a little dude, I'm believing it. So I'm over at her house one day, and I'm sitting down, and I don't know what happened, but I know Rufus bit me. Bit the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was crying. My auntie knew. Was all up in arms, but she was like, "Oh, you okay, baby?" I ain't really want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? When you little, you hear what they saying. You okay, baby? You okay? I just cried harder. Let me get to my mama, cause you lied to me. You said wasn't nothing gonna get to me. This damn Rufus then bit the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I never saw Rufus again.
Nigga, I saw a dog that used to whoop ass with no teeth. It was a female dog named Venom. And this dog was already like a grand champion. And she basically was retired so she could be bred. And she was still rolled though. Rolled is kind of like sparring for a dog. And she would whoop ass with no teeth in her mouth. A fucking killer, man. Yeah, a killer. That shit was amazing. A dog with no teeth whooping ass.
I'm trying to picture that because that's just toothless aggression.
Yeah, I mean, she like a safe spar because she ain't got no teeth, but you could just tell with her technique, she was just advanced. And if she had teeth, she'd probably kill that dog.
Yeah, I was about to say, if she had some teeth, it'd be real bad.
Yeah, she a grand champion.
Man,
Grand champion. All right, we done talked about dogs and shit enough. This is a boxing channel.
yeah, you right. We can talk about whatever now. I know my order on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to go in early. Today, tomorrow's supposed to be my 8 o'clock in the morning day. You know, it's supposed to be my short day, 8 to 2. Come home early. But now, because we behind, I got to go in at 6. The unjust of it all.
Yeah.
She said, "Did you guys hear about Maul Charlo? He called into some podcast asking to be paid for an interview. They said it was embarrassing. He was acting like a straight up fiend, but I didn't listen. Too sad. No, I didn't hear about that. I saw a thing. They were saying Charlo was tripping, but I didn't read it all.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about that. The way his body looked before his last fight, or even in his last fight, I wouldn't be surprised though. You can tell he ain't been taking care of his body at all.
That's crazy. Oh, Rod, they said that whole conversation was just for entertainment purposes, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he
we ain't
called it
promoting fighting dogs and shit. That just part of.
Oh, he talking about the dogs.
I'm assuming.
I'm talking. Well, shoot. Let me go and put it out there. Then that was when I was seeing the dogs fight. That was over what 40 years ago, at least.
Yeah, I ain't been around that shit since I was a teenager. I'm damn near 40.
There you go. Damn near 40. Almost there.
39, man.
Getting ready to cross the line.
Hey, but the people say I still look youthful.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Good. Yeah.
I get that too. I be smiling too. So yeah. They favorite thing, black don't crack.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I've been rocking the beard and everything. They say I still look young. I be having young girls all in my inbox on Facebook and shit. I'm like, God damn, not young girl like minor, but I'm saying like young girls to me. I mean, if
I know what you mean.
If
I
they
know
25,
what you mean.
yeah, they
I just
25,
can't say much.
Yeah, 25, 24, and all that kind of shit. Them young girls to me. And they be all in my inbox.
Girl, you my daughter age. Move around. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'll be saying. Like, man, I got little sisters and shit your age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. Lala D said, yeah, the dogs are just entertainment only.
Yeah, we don't promote that shit, even though I said I do like the technique. But I just love combat though. I heard Roy Jones talk about fighting chickens, and he sounded similar when he talked about that shit. So I definitely could relate to him on that.
Huh.
Have y'all ever seen a mongoose fight a cobra?
Yes, I did. And the mongoose be in and out like a mug, going for that head.
And then if you do get bit, he got the remedy in his body.
Right. So he gets up.
He get back up on his bitch ass.
Yeah, he get back up. I actually saw one. It was Wild Kingdom. You remember that show?
Yeah.
And they had a mongoose fighting the king cobra on there. And the cobra caught him a couple of times, but before the poison took him down, he killed the cobra.
Yep.
Laid there for a couple of minutes, got up, and then ate the cobra.
Exactly. Yeah.
I said, dang, this boy here a beast.
Yep. I like them honey badgers.
Ooh, I like another one.
Yeah, I like them and the mongoose are my favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Honey badger stay in a beehive and just get stung over and over and over and over again while he eating honey.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Them they go out there and fight animals much bigger than them.
They fierce.
Yeah, fight hard, nigga. I fuck with them.
Yeah, that's a fierce ass animal. Them mongoose.
Yeah,
mongoose, honey badger, a Tasmanian devil is a fool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they all little dudes.
Yeah, for real. That's why I like them.
They all little dudes with some mean little man complexes.
I was trying to think of what the other one was, and you got it, the Tasmanian Devil. Ooh, they some killers.
Shoot, I know. I watch me some Wild Kingdom. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
My daughters be feeling a little bad because they be like, they don't be liking to see stuff get ate. I'm like, shoot, it is what it is.
And then go in there and eat a big ass hamburger or something like it ain't nothing.
Because you know they don't know what it is. Like if we was to go out and kill a chicken, I don't know. I probably could eat a chicken now. I know when I was young. Now I'm gonna tell you this. What I'm about to tell you is some country stuff.
Or a ring in his neck and shit.
Yeah, but we in the projects in Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all ain't on no farm. Y'all in the project ringing chickens' necks and shit.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's how country this is that I'm about to tell you. You know what I'm saying? My uncle show up, he got a chicken. And the chicken is on the porch for a couple of days. So they finally come out and say, we getting ready to ring the chicken neck. So me, I'm like, ooh, I want to ring chicken neck. I want to ring chicken neck. So they tell me, okay, go on. Now, one, I ain't never rung a chicken's neck in my life. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. So they tell me go out there and grab his neck and start spinning him around. So that's what I do. And I'm spinning him and his neck ain't coming off. So I start spinning my arm around like a windmill because my arm that got tired. I ain't doing nothing but flinging the chicken around. I done broke his neck, but I ain't ring it off. I let him go and he started flopping around and hopping, scared me so bad, bro. Because I didn't know what was going on. He finally died. They plucked the chicken and they cooking. It smelled good. It smelled like, you know, the chicken that you bought from the store. But I seen these little hairs off of it, so I couldn't eat it.
Yeah, I feel.
I was like, nah, I can't eat it because there's hair on there.
Yeah, I feel on that.
So yeah, if you don't see it, it's different. But now it don't matter to me. I go out there and I knock his head in the dirt and
Yeah.
pull those feathers off his ass and fry him up with no hesitation.
Nigga, the countryest thing that I ever seen. I lived in Garland, Alabama. That is the home of Ernie Shavers. That's his birthplace. And his country is fuck out there. I'm talking about ain't nobody coming to pick up your trash. You gotta burn it. And you would see like a group of houses, and then you won't see no more houses for like a few miles. And like if you want to go to the store, you got to go into town and shit.
Right.
We had this guy that cut my hair, and this motherfucker used to eat so much snake that he looked like a snake. And one day we pulled up to get for me to get a haircut and ran over a snake. That motherfucker went out there and got that snake out the road, skinned his ass, and put him on the grill. And I was like, that shit's crazy.
Roadkill.
Eating roadkill for real, snake.
Oh.
It was a king snake. That's exactly what it was, a king snake. I'm like 5 years old, nigga. I'll never forget that shit. That shit was 34 years ago, and I remember that.
Shoot, I remember some pretty because you see stuff that you don't really realize is traumatizing until you really start thinking about it. My auntie, like when I'm young, you know, we talking 70, 71, 72, 73. Like 73, I could remember going over my auntie's house. I'm a little dude. I'm not in school. My mom's taking me over here, you know, because she wanted to make sure the family stayed close. I know my family. So I'm going over here, and I remember just crying because one, like you just described, you go out, it's like 4 houses, maybe 2 houses, a lot of space, and then it's just nothing for a long time. They had the farmer's market. They didn't even have a store. They had a real live farmer's market where you go and buy the eggs in the basket and the fruit in the basket and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Their bathroom was outside. And I just couldn't stop crying. You know, it's just known. I just couldn't stop crying. My mama left me there because I'm looking at this place. As a kid, you know, I'm a baby, but I know what I'm looking at, and this don't compare to where I just came from.
Yeah.
And you finna leave me here? Oh man, my mama went out the door, and my heart I just couldn't stop crying until my auntie said, you know, they was like, come on, Tori, stop crying. You know, your cousin is trying to help me out. My auntie said, go get the bill.
Yeah.
Dude, I stopped crying.
Hey, what them Chicago niggas say? That shit hit different, nigga. Them outhouses hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If you ain't never experienced the outhouse, nigga, that shit hit different.
It do, bro. Getting water out of a well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, burning trash outside hit different.
Oh man, in the barrel?
Nah, we didn't have ours in the barrel. We had ours in some bricks. And one night we burned the trash, and the next morning I got up and picked up one of them bricks, and that bitch was still hot, nigga.
What made you do that?
I don't know what the fuck made me pick up one of them bricks. I really thought they was cool. The fire was last night. It's the next morning. I'm thinking that the shit good, nigga. I picked up that rock and burnt the cowboy shit out myself. For real.
Dang. Did it blister?
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's probably the worst painful experience I ever experienced.
Worst pain? The worst pain I've ever experienced, I dipped the tip of my finger in some melted sugar. And some caramelized sugar.
Ooh, that shit stuck on your ass too.
Boy, when I tell you, that when I realized that it wasn't coming off my finger, and you can put your finger in your mouth, run it under some water, put it on some ice, it don't matter what you do until that heat from that caramelized sugar decides to stop throbbing. Dude, I'm telling you, that was, to this day, that was the worst pain I've ever felt. I've been burnt before. I've been stabbed in the hand before. I had broken bones. But that feeling, it was just a drop on the tip of my finger. That feeling was terrible.
Yeah, I imagine that shit was, man. God damn.
Man, he said, I've done all that. He said, I've done all the above on that country stuff. Shoot. You ever played where your family, they tie a rope over the ditch? Now, on the small farm, the ditch literally was carrying the wastewater from the house. You know what I'm saying? They had the septic tank, but they finally got it would flood into the ditch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my cousins used to play this game where they swing on the rope and jump to the other side. And sometime accident happen and you don't make it to the other side, and you fall in that water. This was fun to them.
Hell,
that was fun to them.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
Exactly, Trey. You know, I wasn't meant for the country life like them. That part of my family was just a little too strong for me.
Yeah.
With the projects.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I'm country, but I ain't that goddamn country.
But I'm telling you, I can tell you some stories. Lala D said there's a game they play in Jamaica while singing. You have to pass a hot stone around. If you don't move your hands quick enough, someone will smash the stone on your hand.
Oh man, fuck that.
That don't sound fun at all.
Yeah, no.
What kind of damn game is that?
Did y'all used to have China berry fights when you were young?
China berry. Which one is that? The little red ones?
The green.
The green one that you put in the slingshot?
You can put them in a slingshot. You can throw the motherfuckers. We used to have fights with them all the time.
We used to do it with the slingshot though.
Yeah.
I know the ones you're talking about. I know those berries.
Yeah, that shit used to be fun. That's the kind of country shit we do. Catch fireflies at nighttime, shit like that.
And pull their butt off and turn them into earrings and shit.
Go to the lakes and the ponds and catch fish and shit like that.
Now we had to go to a man-made swim hole. It really wasn't a swim hole. It was a sinkhole.
Yeah.
That just filled up with water. And we were swimming in it.
Yeah. Shit, we had a spot that had some fish, and I don't even understand how the fuck fish got in that bitch, because it wasn't connected to no other body of water. But every time, like, it would actually dry up sometime, but when the rain come, it would fill up and it'd be fish in that bitch.
Somebody probably was stocking it.
I was thinking that shit, but hell, I ain't never seen nobody really out there. But shit, maybe so. It wasn't like real. It wasn't like no real big fish, but it was fish in that bitch. You go in there and catch them.
Sure, they wasn't tadpoles.
Nah, nigga, I know a tadpole when I see one.
Okay, well, you know, I'm thinking you. Oh, you. I was thinking you were young. You know, probably be a little thrown off.
I used to catch tadpole. I know tadpole, man.
Okay.
Minnows and all that shit.
I ain't like doing nothing. I ain't like nah, man. Go on with that. Go on with that. Here, look at this now, man. Go on. I ain't trying to hold no tadpole. I don't give a shit. And the crawdads, I don't want to mess with them. Unless they cooked and got some sauce on them. Other than that, I would mess with the undangerous stuff, the stuff that I have to worry about biting me, anything like that. I can mess with a lightning bug. I can mess with that. He ain't gonna bite nobody. I might even mess with a ladybug every once in a while. Dragonflies was my favorite, because when I found out dragonflies was literally the hunters of bugs that fly around, they became my friend. A dragonfly is fierce.
Yeah, I used to catch the spiders and shit. I used to love catching spiders. I can name all the parts of a spider. I used to look at them up close and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to test me, I'll pass it right now. If not, just believe me.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to believe you. I seen one of those jumping spiders. Is it a wolf spider? They move real fast. Like,
now, what wolf spider is like the little brown ones. They got the black markings on the back. They don't make webs and shit. They just run around. But you know, the jumping spiders is the ones, that little bitty ones that jump. My favorite spider is an Argeo. Well, I ain't gonna say my favorite. My second favorite is an Argeo spider. They make very distinct looking webs and shit. And whenever you see them in your yard, that means that the ecosystem is healthy. And my favorite though is a red spotted orb weaver spider. They make the most beautiful webs that you ever seen in your life. Huge webs. I'm talking about a web that'll start from a bottom tree branch all the way to the ground. We used to have them all over the place. Hell, I had one I nicknamed it Charlotte. I used to love that motherfucker.
oh, Charlotte's Web.
Yeah. And some kids came by for Halloween and knocked the way up down and shit. I'd be like, fuck them kids on Halloween every single.
Dang.
Yeah.
Lala D says she's thinking about buying a set of blue cobalt spiders. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, she liked them exotic looking spiders.
I can deal with stuff that's in a cage or in a tank. Like, we're not keeping no snake. My daughter, she's the one that's into all that kind of stuff. Dee Dee, the one that come on here and talk every once in a while. She likes turtles and snakes and iguanas and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, I can mess with you with the iguana, but like a snake, we not getting no snake. I don't care how nobody feel. Ain't no snake coming up in here.
Yeah.
I heard stories from when I was little how people had snakes and ended up being dinner.
I had a girlfriend, man, that used to love snakes and ferrets and all that kind of shit. I'm over a house trying to get some, and these fucking ferrets looking at me in these cages and shit. But that was her thing though. Different kinds of pythons was her main thing. She had some little ones. I think they were ball pythons. I kind of play with them a little bit. They was harmless. But she had some bigger ones too though. I damn sure wasn't fucking with them. But she was weird. She put them all on the neck and all on the shoulder. She'll let them run around, get in the bed. Nothing. Fuck.
See, you see it right there. Get in the bed. That was it. That was it. How long you dated her?
I'd say it probably like maybe like 2 years or something like that. Like you said, it's probably too long.
Wow, that's a long time to be sharing a spot, going to visit a spot that's filled with wild animals like that.
Yeah, and that, not to mention the dogs and all that kind of shit. She got $10,000 dogs in that motherfucker. Them spotted Merle English bulldogs and all that shit. She just an animal lover. I call her Dr. Doolittle.
Okay.
That's my nickname for her because she love fucking animals.
Okay. Lala D said, my job knows to come get me before killing the spider. I take them outside. Same with the praying mantis. I won't let people kill them.
That's my favorite bug, the praying mantis.
Praying mantis so cool. They look so cool.
Yeah, they'll snatch a motherfucker up quick. They snatch up a mouse. They can snatch up a lizard. Shit that you would think is stronger than them. Shit, they get jacked up by them damn praying mantis. Yeah, they some killers.
Yeah. Got a quick hair trigger. How can I say it where it makes sense?
With a hair trigger on the strike.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They got like a hair trigger on the strike, kind of like that shrimp that does the same thing.
I knew you was thinking of the mantis shrimp. I swear to God, I knew you was thinking about that.
Yeah, he a beast. Rod X said, as a kid, I would catch them green garden snakes. I remember seeing my cousin and them used to mess with them a lot. I really didn't feel that. You know, that was a lot. That was the time. I'm gonna go and tell y'all now. Being young and they come at me with a snake, that would be the time that y'all would be like, oh, he ran.
I couldn't catch no snakes. Them motherfuckers was fast. I see a snake, that bitch dip.
You know what make you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm always looking at it like, what make you want to chase? Why are you trying to catch that?
Well, me, I was like a scientist type of little kid. My uncle would buy me telescopes and microscopes and all this kind of shit. And like I used to be reading books. I used to love animals. So I used to just always like to catch shit. That was just my thing. I make my own ant farms. Like I stayed covered in ant bites all the time as a kid. I'm talking about all on my chest, on my neck, on my stomach, my legs. I'm talking about everywhere because I used to make ant farms. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just always out there. If you see where I grew up, nigga, ain't number woods. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But number woods, brother.
I'm still like, okay, you know, I'm interested in stuff like that, but I'm gonna just let it do its thing in its own environment. I ain't gonna go and like mess with it. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm cool.
Nigga, I'm heading to the branch, nigga, so I can go get me a sample and go look at some protozoa underneath my microscope, nigga. I'm looking for some paramecium and some amoebas and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give me a scoop of dirt or something and put that under my microscope and see what I can see. I don't want nothing. Like I said, if you got a chance to bite me, I don't want to mess with it. This is dead. Now, if it's dead, I dissect all day long.
I used to sneak them in the house and shit too. Because like if I catch something and if I have it like in a jar or something, I got to put holes in it. And if I leave it outside overnight, the fucking ants will kill them. So I have to sneak them in the house so I can keep them alive.
My cousin used to be cruel. He would just catch a whole bunch of spiders and put them in a jar, and they'll start fighting.
Yeah.
I'm like, See, I just couldn't, I just seen too much cruel stuff. Just let it go. Let it get the fuck away from me with that snake. Stop playing. That
Yeah.
part right there. Don't come over here with that. You got a mouse, I can deal with a mouse. I can deal with a lot of stuff, but don't bring no snake over here. Don't do that.
What about like hamsters and gerbils and all that kind of shit?
I can deal with all that. A snake. Don't come at me with no snake.
Yeah.
That I can deal with everything else. Don't come with a snake though. Not a snake. It's
So,
just something about a
so
snake.
that's a major fear for you.
A snake just make me uncomfortable.
You scared of heights?
No.
I'm scared of heights like a motherfucker. I'm scared to fly and all that shit.
I love being high.
What's your number one fear in life?
My number one fear in life is losing my mind.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good fear. Yeah, heights is definitely my biggest fear. I also got a strange fear. This gonna sound maybe racist and fucked up. It is. But I fear white men with Bibles. And it seems like it's in my DNA to fear that shit. Like whenever I see a white man talking about God in the Bible, it makes me feel nervous. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but like I guess it's in my DNA because that shit was used to trick my ancestors and fuck my ancestors up. So it's like that shit been passed down through my genetics or some shit. But I swear, like I would not go to a white church. I think I had a nightmare that I went to a white church one time.
Wait a minute, this man say a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm serious, nigga. A white church, nigga, that shit scary to me. And I ain't racist, bro. I really ain't. But it's something about that. It's something about that shit. It's just fucking creepy. Like you can make a scary movie about that shit and it's believable.
Oh, they talk to each other. Rod X said he don't mess with heights either. Lala D said her biggest fear is being dependent. No, my biggest fear is losing my mind. That's to me, that terrifies me. That's the most terrifying thing ever.
And what's also scary, you don't even have to lose your mind. The people around you can perceive that you lost your mind, and that shit's just as scary. As a matter of fact, I watched the movie yesterday. It was The Invisible Man. I ain't really like a big movie buff, but lately I've been watching a few movies. You know what I'm saying? The other day I watched Varsity Blues and I watched Teacher Fight with Ice Cube and shit. But I watched The Invisible Man yesterday. And that shit was funny to me. This scientist, his woman done left him. And instead of moving on with his life, he faked his own death and turned himself invisible so he can ruin her life. And one thing he would do is like kill and hurt people around her. So like she's sitting at the table talking to a sister in a restaurant. All of a sudden a knife slashed her throat. Then he put the knife in her hand and everybody thinks she killed her. And everybody think that this man is dead. So she telling everybody he's still alive. He's still alive. And everybody like, bitch, you crazy. The man's dead. So everybody perceives her to be crazy. She done went to the mental hospital and everything. And her life was just fucked up because she wasn't even crazy. Everybody just thought she was crazy.
Oh, you talking about one of the remake Invisible Man? I know the one you're talking about because she was talking to a little black girl and he slapped her. Exactly.
Yep. The guy that was helping her, his daughter.
Yeah.
Yep. The little
I'm
girl.
trying to remember the brother's name, the actor, but I know exactly the movie you're talking about.
Yeah, I like that actor guy too. Yeah, I can't think of his name either, but yeah, I thought it was kind of like a goofy movie, but I enjoyed watching it though.
Right. Now I got some reservations about some things, but for the most part, I guess another fear for me is like babysitting. And like I get incapacitated where I can't do anything, or I die. I don't want to die while I'm babysitting somebody.
Yeah, that's what's up. Good humanitarian type guy. Don't want to die on duty. I feel.
No, cause you know, for me, it's like I always think about the last thing I want to do is be your grandpa or your uncle died in front of you. Now you done messed the kid's head up, and the only thought of you left with him is you died on him.
Yeah, I guess I was fearful of the other way around. That's how my grandfather died in front of my dad. Well, my great grandfather died in front of my dad. He didn't know CPR or nothing like that to help him. As a matter of fact, to this day, I carry around a face shield in my pocket at all times. You know what I'm saying? It's in my wallet. I got one of those throwaway face shields, just in case somebody pass out around me. I can perform CPR.
No, okay.
Yeah.
That's humanitarian stuff right there.
You pass out around me, my nigga, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get you back on your feet until the ambulance get there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I ain't gonna just sit there and cry and scream your name, nigga. I'm going to work with these chest compressions. For real, I'm going to work. Just like that rapper, man, they might could have saved Big Pokey, nigga, if they went to work on him. Soon as
Yeah, they were just standing there looking.
Big Pokey, get up, man. Fuck all of that, nigga. Chest compressions, nigga. They don't really teach the rescue breaths like they used to, but nigga, let's make sure his airway is not obstructed. Let's get on these motherfucking chest compressions.
La D crazy. Say, MZ, you didn't die on them. They lived on your ass. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something that embarrassing. What's something that would be embarrassing? Because I can't think of nothing that would have me just scared, except you messing with me with a snake. I'll be like, dude, don't do that. You might get shot messing me with a snake.
I ain't gonna lie, heights turned me into a straight coward. One of the scariest things in the world is when I went to Six Flags, and it wasn't even a fucking ride. It was that damn orange. It was that orange tower that you go to the top and just look around.
Okay.
I went all the way to the top on that shit, and my legs just literally gave out. Like I couldn't even walk, bro. I had to crawl back on the elevator and go back
Really?
down. Hell yeah, nigga, I'm scared of heights, bro. I can ride the roller coaster though, nigga. I ride the Titan, Texas Giant, Runaway Mountain, all that shit. But
they get pretty high though.
Yeah, they do, but I ain't gonna be up there for long. But I ain't gonna lie. When I first rode the Titan though, this motherfucker, I had went with my dad. My dad sitting behind me. I got this other dude sitting next to me. He a stranger though, I don't know him. We going up and shit on the goddamn ride, and he is putting this to my attention like, we're still going up. I'm sitting up there thinking like, man, shut the fuck up, man. For real, nigga, I'm trying to get this shit over with. I don't need this nigga dramatizing how we still going up. Look, we can look down on the Texas Giant. Like, bro, I get it. We up here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go and get this shit over with.
Yeah, that boy Rod X said as a kid, I was afraid of the dark. Okay, Rod X, I can agree with you on there. I had my moments of being afraid of the dark, but it was only after we watched like a scary movie or something. That's when I would be afraid of the dark.
I ain't never been afraid of the dark, but my parents took me to see Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 2. And it scared the shit out of me. When I came home, they said I kept on just saying, they were saying, what's wrong with you? That man and all that kind of shit. They done traumatized a fucking 2-year-old kid. Oh yeah, I will say this too. I would tell you I was scared, something that scared the fuck out of me as a kid. Because I told you I stayed in the fucking country. And like the foundation on the house wasn't the best. We would have spiders in the house. Now I like spiders outside. I like spiders in a jar. But I don't like a spider sitting at the edge of the bathtub while I'm trying to take a fucking bath. And that's what I had to deal with every night. It'd be a big black spider at the end of the fucking bathtub just sitting there while I'm trying to take a bath and shit as a kid. That shit scared the fuck out of me. Ain't gonna lie.
Man, Joseph Brown in the house. He said, "What's up?" Joseph Brown called me
All rise for the
at 3
Honorable
o'clock.
Judge Joe Brown. What's up, bro? I thought about you the other day. I said, I ain't seen this motherfucker Judge Joe Brown in a while. Man, he ain't poked his head in the Discord. Nigga, what's up?
The man putting in work on a different level.
We already know. I'm still got to talk shit to him, though. That's our partner.
Yeah, he doing something. He doing something. Rod X says a kid. Oh, I got that one. I was afraid of the dark only when it was after I watched a scary movie, which I shouldn't have watched. Now that I look at myself back in the day, I was a pretty jittery kid.
Yeah. The Exorcist movie had y'all boys shook.
Oh, there it is. You just said it. The Exorcist. You laugh at it because I know when y'all see it, y'all like that. That stuff is cheesy. That stuff was cheesy. The Exorcist, a fake projectile vomit and all that. But think about it. At the time that movie was made, wasn't no special effects like that. You know, so that was the top of the line. And then, you know, I'm at my auntie them house, you know, they did some pretty questionable stuff. Some of her kids, they didn't pull some pretty questionable stuff to make you really have your mind on demons and the devil and stuff. And then to see that movie, that little girl head spent around like that, I was done.
Yeah, that Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was a bad motherfucker. That Tales from the Hood was a bad one for me too, man. This ain't no cemetery.
Ooh.
Welcome to hell. Oh man. And also it was a movie that a lot of people ain't seen. It's called Death Before Temptation. That was a bad motherfucker too. Scared the fuck out of me as a kid. I seen a trailer of it later on in life, because when I seen it, I was like 7. But it actually had a lot of people, like well-known people in the movie that you would recognize. But a lot of people haven't seen that movie, but that was a bad motherfucker, Death Before Temptation.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, you're going to recognize a lot of the actors in the movie.
Okay. Lala D said, I heard my brother scream like a girl before. A praying mantis was on his ceiling. It fell on him when he tried to knock it down with a broom. I took it outside, but I won't let my brother live it down. Speaking of bugs, you know how those big tree things, those tree bugs get in the house, right, Trey? From the trees.
What tree bug?
It's a big tree bug. It's
the
like
black ones.
Yeah.
They stink when you step on them.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't stand them bitches.
So last night, I'm in my room. I'm chilling. You know, I'm relaxing. I'm glad that I'm gonna be off today. And my wife come busting through the door, and I ain't never seen her really moving this fast before, except when we were young. You know what I'm saying? She was like running. And she come through the door like, it's a bug. You got to get it. You got to get it. Now, y'all have to forgive me because coming from Gary and coming to Texas, my mind I was under this false belief that the girls in Texas wasn't scared of bugs.
Yeah.
So every time my wife the girl almost ran through the wall, bro. I love my wife. I really do. But she was moving so fast, she almost couldn't stop. And she was all the way deep into the bedroom before she stopped to tell me that bug was out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to say, baby, you couldn't get that bug. You know, that's the time you got to get up and be tough and go in there and get it. But they be moving so fast, I'll be like, dang, where is it? And she like, yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
Let me stop, because if she knew I was telling on her, she'd be all kind of stuff. I don't do roller coasters. Come on, man. Roller coasters are fun. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Here you go. Do a roller coaster. Nightmare on Elm Street was my introduction to horror films. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that was my introduction too. At 2 years old.
Oh, I keep forgetting it. See, I'm like
Freddy Krueger, nigga.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger. You know, I'm like Freddy Krueger was just Freddy Krueger to me.
Hey, your phone doing the deload today for some reason. Like when you're talking, it just cuts you off for a second, then you'll come back.
Oh, how's that? My phone better not. I ain't on the phone.
Well, not your phone, but your device.
I'm about to get upset. Better not be acting up like that. Come on now.
It's been doing it for a little while. I just ain't said nothing, but I just brought it to your attention just then.
Okay. Make sure.
D-Lo shit, the same thing. That nigga be talking, then it'll cut him out, then he'll come back and still be talking and shit.
Okay, well, hopefully it stopped doing that. I didn't realize it was doing it. I'm glad you told me. But
the Moody Trey brother said earlier he liked that Superman. I think he said he don't like that Superman. I used to like that Superman. That's the one that shoots you straight up in the air. And then you go down a little, then you go up a little, then you go down a little, up a little, all that shit. I like them motherfuckers. I think somebody got hurt on it, though. That bitch came down too fast and fucked somebody's leg up or something like that.
I remember they had that Tasmania that do all the loops. Any roller coaster, I mess with any roller coaster. It's just you pointing in my direction. I mess with the roller coaster. I ain't even tripping on that.
I rode all that shit, man. Judge Roar Scream, the motherfucker be doing them loops and shit. I get on the Batman. The Batman is the one that had your legs dangling like you on the roller coaster. I did the Flashback. That's one of my favorite ones. That's the one that take you off real fast, and then you get up to that one point, then they take you backwards and shit. Runaway Mountain is my favorite one though, because you in the dark. It's kind of tame compared to the other ones, but it's just fun. You out there going fast and shit. Flashback, I ride that shit. That's the one that you get in there and they drop you straight down. I rode all that shit. I'm just scared of heights, but I still get out there though.
Yeah, I don't like spinning around. I don't like getting dizzy.
Giant, though. I tell you that motherfucker made of wood and it's rickety and I don't like that shit. But I ride the one that's made out of metal.
Would you say that rickety one? You can keep that.
Yeah, I done rode it now, but that ain't something I'm looking forward to if I go to Six Flags though. Fuck that shit.
Hold up. Joseph Brown said the Shining and Thriller video from Michael Jackson transformed into that werewolf scared him straight as a kid.
That was a little scary, Nigga said that Thriller. Hey, that shit was real when he turned into that werewolf, though. Square business.
Yeah, man, that was like the first time that I could remember that a video was aired all over the nation at the same time, all over the country, however you want to put it. Mike had that played everywhere at the same time.
Then at the very end of the video, when he looked back in his eyes, it's yellow and shit.
Yeah, he went on and did his thing, but I wasn't scared. Now, The Shining was pretty dope. I give you that one. The Shining, when Jack Nicklaus was asked through that door talking about I'm
here, Johnny.
Ooh, yeah, that part.
Red rum.
Oh, I used to hate hearing my cousin used to make that old screwed up ass voice and could do make my arm hair stand up right now.
I didn't even understand the movie. I guess I was just too young to comprehend the shit. But I watched it. It was just so strange. But when I see them two little white girls at the end of the hall with the white dresses on and shit,
right?
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. Like you could take any movie. You could take two little white girls, put them in some dirty dresses, and put them at the end of the hall. That shit scary as a motherfucker. And they go.
Now, I got to ask. I'm like, two little white girls in dirty dresses at the end of the hall, and that's just scary. What about that is terrifying? I just got to know.
They put it in movies all the time. That shit was in The Shining. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember it, but I'm like, what about it is just...
I don't know.
I could think of so many jokes, though, that two little white girls at the end of the hall.
They just naturally scary. I don't know what the fuck
they should let you know. That's evil alert.
It's just like Children of the Corn. Like the motherfucker just naturally scary, I guess. Maybe got the potential to be evil or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just something about that shit. That shit scared me, man. I wasn't
Friday the
scared, like I
13th.
said, I wasn't scared of The Shining, but when I seen that shit, that kind of spooked me a little bit.
Okay.
You ain't
Friday.
never seen like a scary movie and they'll have like the two like ghostly looking kids at the end of the hall in them dresses and shit. You ain't never seen that?
I've seen it plenty of times. My wife is a horror fanatic, but you know she can find something that got like it's just weird. You know, I'm like, it's hard for me to sit in there and look at stuff and then how crazy people are today. You know, I'm like, nah, you too many. Like I don't really do demon devil movies. Ever since The Exorcist, that just ruined me perfectly. You know, I don't do devil demons and all that. I do stuff that I can pretty much say I know this is supposed to be horror. But when they get to dealing about, oh, this was based on a true story, I don't like messing with those kind of movies. When they doing all that voice changing and stabbing and all, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that's one of my fears, watching scary movies that's copying real life. Forget life copying art. I'm talking when they make a movie and say this is what they did. They tend to turn my stomach.
I feel you on that.
He say, Eric, I say, man, I'm the nigga that keep your coats, purses, and strollers company while y'all go on the roller coaster. Think of me as the what? Designated driver of the theme park. I get on the water rides though.
Oh yeah, I do like the water park, man, like Slitterbond and Hurricane Harbor. I fuck with that. Even though Slitterbond, they got like in Texas, Slitterbond got two sides. You got to catch like this little cart, like little bus looking thing to the other side, and they got big rides over there, nigga. Like you be way up in the air going down the fucking slide or some shit. That shit was scary. I ain't gonna even lie. But I do like water parks though.
Yeah, I can do the water parks. Water parks are pretty cool. They fun. But I like the rides that's gonna like give you that feeling, like your stomach get that feeling. That's the kind of feeling I like. So that's why I like going high up in the sky or in the air. I jump on the airplane. I love looking out the window of an airplane while it's flying.
Ooh, man, y'all can have that shit.
It's so pretty, especially depending on where you're flying over. Like when you going like past Utah, going to California, the mountains is just so pretty because you get a wide view of everything, the land, and all off in the distance. It's just so pretty. I can understand how you could be scared of it because I don't know. I can't think of how you could be scared of being going high.
Yeah, because I'm a control freak. And I ain't in control, nigga. I'm under the laws of physics and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't like that feeling. Like my life is in this guy's hands. This motherfucker flying his plane, he have a goddamn seizure or some shit. And the co-pilot drunk.
Dang. You know what I'm saying? You talking a serious situation.
Yeah, I ain't been. I don't like my life being in other people's hands like that.
I don't even look at it like that. My shit, if this motherfucker stop working, yes, I got a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I got to put my life in a man-made creations. Like, man, I don't like that feeling.
I'm just trying to get there fast.
I feel you. I mean, I would like to see some of them views. So maybe one day I have to just suck it up and go out there and experience it. But I ain't gonna enjoy that the high part. I'ma just enjoy that moment, seeing the beauty and the of the scenery. But outside of that, put me back on the motherfucking ground
You could swim, right?
like a fish.
Well, shoot, I would suggest to try like the parasailing when you hook onto the back of the boat.
I ain't trying to get out there with all that ocean life and shit, nigga. Motherfucking jellyfish and stingrays and sharks and all this shit, nigga. Crazy.
You could do that in a lake. You don't have to.
I ain't getting out there with them sinkholes and all that shit either, man. I lost 2 friends as a kid in Belton Lake, nigga. Fuck that shit. This nigga, one of my friends, his little sister, we all went to school together. Me and the brother, we in the 5th grade, the little sister in the 4th grade. They went out to Belton Lake. She went in that water, got sucked down a sinkhole. He jumped in the water trying to save her. And we was at their motherfucking funeral that Saturday with their faces all puffy and all the whole body just looked swollen and shit from drowning, nigga. Like, fuck the lake. I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit.
Ooh, I like the lake. And I feel what you're saying. I am not taking lightly of that. But dang, I was just trying to give you a way to get high up in the sky because you could swim. I was like, well, you could swim good. I was thinking that you would be more comfortable with, you get pulled by the boat and you can go up high because you kind of got control over there. You can bring yourself back in when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I don't even see black people doing that kind of shit anyway. I'm straight.
Okay.
What's that, parasailing or something?
Yeah, that one is parasailing when you're in the water like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see brothers doing that shit, man.
So
I'm cool, nigga. I'm
I'm
cool.
like, okay. Hey, I'm still trying to get my chance to jump out the plane. I told you my kids did it, but I know we don't see black people doing that either, but we doing whatever we can get a chance.
Yeah, I had a motherfucker try to get me to go skydiving. It was when we had our poker game. One of the people that played at our game, I called him skydiving, and he talking about he wanted me to come. I had to go to some class or some shit that morning. Man, I skipped out on all that shit. Man, I ain't jumping out no perfectly good airplane. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Hell no.
What's up, Hyphy?
Hey, I just had to come on this bitch because I hear y'all talking about the roller coasters and all that. Y'all, y'all heard of Six Flags Magic Mountain?
I kill any roller coaster, man.
Yeah, that's a theme park. Well, that's our theme park out here, and I'm like literally like standing across the street from it right now. So I'm like, man, yeah, that motherfucker so damn fun, boy.
Yeah. We're talking about that and different scary movies. Eric R said It and the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Got me not wanting to mess with clowns. I've never been scared of a clown.
It's some people that just got that fear. I don't remember the name of it, but I had a girlfriend in high school that was scared of fucking clowns, bro.
I knew a couple of people that were scared of them. When I first heard it, I didn't really believe they were being serious. But then I found out that they were being serious, and I've heard the clinical name for it, but I can't remember it right now.
Yeah, me neither. Hey, did you ever go to Fiesta, Texas out there?
Yeah, we've been to Fiesta, Texas plenty of times.
I ain't never been to Fiesta, Texas. What kind of rides they got out there?
They
got some big shit.
They got some decent sized roller coasters. They got a wood one and they got a metal one. They got a nice little height on them, but nothing major. I'm trying to get to a park where they got like a major roller coaster with something like some serious dip action. I don't think you had no problem with anything at Fiesta, Texas.
Yeah. Six Flags over Texas is a bad motherfucker. I don't know if they still running it. I think they are though.
I hate that they took Astroworld and Waterworld from Houston.
Oh, I forgot about Astroworld.
Those are some iconic places. I got a chance to go to Astroworld for not missing any days in school for 1 year.
I used to be in a choir, and we would go to a theme park and shit like Schlitterbahn or Hurricane Harbor and shit all the time. That's the main way I went. We go to Six Flags, all that shit. I was winning the director award and everything. Couldn't sing a lick. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sing shit. But I was well behaved, and I was like a leader type nigga. I tell everybody sit the fuck down somewhere, all that goddamn running around shit. And you know, the teacher respected me for that. Because people listened to me. I couldn't sing for shit though. And all the girls liked me too. So like when we'll do a song and shit, he'll try to get me to do the cool part. You know what I'm saying? Where I got to talk into the microphone, tell all the girls how I was thinking about them last night while I was in my bed and all this kind of shit. I sounded goofy as a motherfucker, but that's what he used to have me doing though.
Okay. Let me get back on this real quick. Eric also said I don't do ghost, voodoo, demonic, hacker, slasher. If I can't visualize myself teeing off on a nigga, I don't want to see it. Terrorizer is the truth. My kids call themselves horror fans. Yeah, my wife is a horror fan.
Jason, but that part on that Jason, I think he takes Manhattan when he fought that black dude at the top of that on the roof of that building. And the black dude kept on catching him, putting them hands on him, but he was fucking his hands up on the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed the people in the car at the bottom of the building, and Jason had knocked his ass out, and the nigga fall on the car. That's something that definitely stayed with me. That was like a nightmare where you fighting the nigga, but every time you hit him, it ain't doing nothing to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a nightmare.
But I didn't like Hostel. Hostel had too much blood. Ooh, I didn't get into Saw. I didn't like Saw either, man. That shit was too gory.
It's too close to it could happen. You know, but that Hostel, Hostel really had me kind of squirming looking at that. I was like, ooh, you know, because you could picture you like, look how rich people do. Look at that. Look at that. That's over in some other little country trying to go visit. I need to show that to my baby.
Yeah.
Parasailing is fun. I don't like the heights, but that don't bother me. See, Erica, I feel you, Erica with me. Zombies. What is that? Phantoms. The first It and The Thing was the worst ones for me. The Thing. Is that Glob stuff?
The Thing, I thought it was Swamp Thing or something like that.
I know it's one called The Thing, but I'm trying to remember. I know the Blob and the Blob, and then there was another one that was like the Blob, but it was called something else. I thought that was The Thing.
That motherfucking pumpkin head scared me when I was young, man. That shit there was wild. And I'm gonna tell you a movie cover that scared me. What's the shit where they had the pinhead dude?
Oh, you talking about Hellraiser?
Oh man, nigga, I just see that shit at the Blockbuster and be scared the motherfucker. Hell no, I don't want Hellraiser. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, when they came out with that, when they kind of took gore and horror to another level. Yeah, that one kind of messed with me a little bit. Eric also say jumping out of the plane, forget that. He said, I knew a white lady that was terrified of cotton. I used to sneak up behind her and throw a pack at her just to hear that Alfred Hitchcock scream. I did it for the culture. She was scared of cotton? I guess you could be. People got fears of everything. What's the most roller coaster rides you've hit in one day? Going to the park. Do riding the same roller coaster count?
Nah, hell nah.
Well, the most we've hit in one day, because me and Ebony, we don't really go to nothing else but the roller coasters. We have 1, 2, 4. 4 roller coasters before it was like to the point where you couldn't just get in the line and be like, okay, we're gonna get on. Because once that line grow, Yeah, shoot, you was standing in line for an hour.
Yeah, I done rode every roller coaster at Six Flags in one day, so that's what I would say.
Out of all the times that I've been there, I have ridden at Six Flags here, Fiesta, Texas. I have ridden all the roller coasters here. Before Astroworld was taken away, I had ridden all of their roller coasters. We had tried to turn it into a family thing, taking all my kids, but only Jessica and Ebony got to go.
I know, man, the motherfucker. Last time I went to Six Flags, though, I went to Six Flags with the church, and they got me walking around the damn park with a damn pump, and I don't even fucking know it. When I done just moved back to Temple, and I'm going to church, and they want everybody to break up into partners and all that kind of shit, so you don't be by yourself. And they got me walking around with this nigga. He ain't acting like no punk though. He acting normal. But I noticed he ain't never want to go holler at no chicks. Like I'm thinking I'm young. I see some girls, nigga. I'm trying to go talk to some girls. I be like, man, look at them girls over there, man. Let's go on over there and say something. He's sitting up there looking at our crazy and shit like he don't want to go. I say, man, if you shy, I just go get a number or something, nigga, and see if I can slide you a number or something. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even happy to hear that. I said, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? But I was still cool, like, cause I ain't know. So I'm buying the nigga shit. I done bought the nigga some funnel cake and shit. Cause look, I know his big brother. Me and his big brother went to school together. My partner Brandon Wright. So I'm thinking they're just Brandon little brother. This nigga here, we go to the hotel. We got to share a motherfucking hotel room. This, like, where we at, all the young people in the same area. So at nighttime, I'm over there with the girls. The girls he done told the girls some old hoe shit, talking about he liked me or some shit. Man, I must have blew the fuck up in there. So I went up in the room and charged the nigga up. This nigga laying up in the bed and he pulled the covers up over his face like a girl or so. I said, what the fuck y'all got me into, man? I went and told my uncle, like, what the fuck? What's going on, man? Like, I'm talking about, I was hot, my nigga, that they got me down there like that, bro. It's my uncle church. He the pastor of the church and shit. Like, that nigga had to give me my own room. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me out here bad, man. I done bought the nigga some funnel cake and shit. Bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that shit had me hot, man. That's when I think of Six Flags, that's the number one thing that come to my mind. That motherfucker forever tainted Six Flags for your boy.
Man, I sure hate they went down like that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that shit was wild, man.
You trying to be ladies, man. This nigga there confessing.
Yeah, this nigga tripping, nigga. I ain't even know he don't even look like it. But look, I seen him a few years later. He had Borettes in his motherfucking hair.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not Borettes.
But not Borettes. He had them crochet braids. That's what he had.
What?
I swear that nigga had crochet braids in his motherfucking head, man.
So he had weave in his head.
Yeah, and that's what they got me partnered up down there in Six Flags with. Nigga wild in the motherfucker for that shit.
Eric R say Trey X, the way you described that black dude fighting Jason, that should make you respect Devin Haney even more. That's what all his fights be like.
I know people like to get on Devin Haney about the power, but if you just look at the numbers don't suggest that he feather fisted. He got around a 50% knockout percentage, and plus he done broke a motherfucker jaw in the ring. So he ain't throwing no pillows out there. I mean, it might seem like it on the outside, but he hit you with enough of them motherfuckers. That shit gonna add up on you.
Just ask Regis. Progrerius.
That motherfucker put his ass in the smoke. Barbecue. Texas in every way. You probably don't know who that is. You know about that Les Barbecue?
Les Barbecue? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't had no Les.
Well, you ain't had him because he in Salt Lake City, Utah, but he from Houston. So he be representing Texas and all this shit. He be playing all the Texas music, always saying some Texas shit.
Okay.
Church Texas in every way. But he the baddest barbecuing man in the nation. At least on social media, he be smoking them oxtails, them ribs. I mean, that shit be looking good. His main thing is painting them candy red. Texas in every way. I'm out. That's his thing. Yeah. Look him up when you ever get a chance. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll fuck with him.
Okay. I think I've heard some people talking about him because they be ordering food. He got a wait list or something.
That nigga food is expensive, and he got all the celebrities and shit fucking with him. Dez Bryant, rappers, T Grizzly, and all different people. Everybody seems to love his food.
RA said no. The thing was that creature that kept eating people and changing into them in Antarctica.
I ain't never seen that.
Dang. I thought that was that wasn't Mimic. Mimic was Mimic eating people? They was eating people, but they were just mimicking the way a man looked. Now I ain't never seen that one where it changed. I'm gonna have to ask my wife. She probably seen
it. Yeah.
The Thing. See, even Rod Ace. I ain't never seen it. I can't think
you
of
never seen that Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkin. No, I've never watched Pumpkinhead.
Nigga, Pumpkinhead was scary as a motherfucker to a kid. For real. He was a little boy that was he was getting picked on and bullied and shit because he was ugly and fucked up. And then he turned into that monster so he can get revenge. Yeah, that shit, that was a killer movie.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'm gonna tell y'all a goofy ass movie that scared the shit out of me. That was Jeepers Creepers, nigga. Jeepers Creepers scared the dog shit out of me when I seen that in high school.
Dang, you weren't scared of the man that was piecing himself together?
Man, that motherfucker riding around in that truck talking about be eating you. And he run you down in that truck. He looked scary as hell. That motherfucker, when he was in that car and he was sniffing their laundry and shit, that shit was just creepy, nigga. I ain't push. And then they showed the lair. He got all the dead bodies down there, all on the roof. And like, man. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers Part 1 scared the shit out of me. Part 2 didn't scare me, but Part 1 did, though.
Okay. Eric, I'll say the thing was that shit, y'all gotta watch that movie. Kurt Russell and Cuddy from Dead Presidents.
I ain't never even seen Dead Presidents.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. That's one of them type of movies that I ain't seen.
This is a pretty decent movie. I think you would sit back and enjoy it. It's a I guess you could say it's a classic movie, but I wouldn't put it up there with the top black movies, but I wouldn't put it at the bottom either. Lorenz Tate, what's the other brother's name? I can't think of the old school brother name. Lorenz Tate, the dude from Jason Lyrics, the brother from Jason Lyrics.
That Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah, Bokeem. Yeah, him. He's in it. And I can't think of the older gentleman name that's in it though. But they went to the military. You would like it. I think you would like it. It's a pretty cool movie.
I seen that motherfucker Leon do an interview the other day. He looked like he could still act right now, man. I wonder why he didn't get in no more movies.
It seemed like they was kind of almost casting him in one role all the time. Him and the other dude that they was always casting in, like it seemed like they was getting cast in one role. Cause for 1 minute, Leon was like a hot ass actor in Hollywood, and then you're right, he just poofed. Maybe he wouldn't go to one of those parties like Cat Williams would say. I wish the Kane was around right now. He'd mark him so good. And that's all.
That nigga said, I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody
Right.
coming to see you, Otis. You wish you could work it like I do, but you can't, because there's only one David Ruffin. And without him, the Temps ain't nothing but a group in search of a David Ruffin. That's one of my favorite parts of movies, nigga. I ain't bullshit.
You see, you got it down pat for pat. We were talking about that yesterday, that movie.
Yeah.
He said it was supposed to be a prequel. He said Keith David and Dead Presidents was the shot back in the day.
Yeah.
How old was you when Boys in the Hood came out?
Boys in the Hood came out in what year that shit came out? About 90, 91?
I'm thinking, yeah, somewhere close to that, because I think my oldest daughter had just been born.
I remember my
Around
mom
that
went to
time.
go see it. As a matter of fact, I went to go see that with my mom. And I remember when Trey went to go have sex with the girl, my mom was covering my eyes and shit. So yeah, I remember that. I was pretty young.
Rod X said 91.
Yeah, I knew it was about that time because I remember when in about 92, that's when Menace to Society came out. My mom,
Yeah.
she let me go see Boys in the Hood, but my dad, he wouldn't let me go see Menace to Society. And I was mad at my mom for covering my eyes. And look, she turned around and took me to go see Home Alone, which was a more kid-friendly movie. And
Right.
I'm in there mad with an attitude because she didn't cover my eyes last time I went to the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shoot. I could honestly say 91, when Boys in the Hood came out, I had got my first apartment with my daughter and my wife, then baby mama.
Yeah.
That was our first spot together. We had got our first spot when that Boys in the Hood came out, because I remember having it on VCR, and my wife watched it so much she used to sing the song in the background when the mama was going off on Ice Cube, on Doughboy, Little Doughboy, talking about where your fat ass going? You ain't got a job anyway. When she was going off on him on that part, it's a song in the background my wife be singing. They had playing in the background. 28 days later, I'm too big to be trying to run from the zombies. They need to stay slow so I can get away. World War Z, Irv H. World War Z was the first zombie movie that I was like, wow, this is a good zombie movie. That one, and I guess what's the one with Will Smith? I Am Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend.
Those was the two scariest zombies to me because they was fast.
I
And
used
the
to
one, oh, go ahead.
Night of the Living Dead and all that shit.
I hated those movies.
Yeah. What was the one where they had the dude that played Candyman? Was that Night of the Living Dead?
No, Candy, the brother.
Yeah, the brother. He was in one of them zombie movies.
I thought Night of the Living Dead was the white guy who cut his hand off and had a song. They made a lot of movies off of it. Ash, his name was Ashley. I thought he was from the Living Dead.
Well, it was
Oh,
one.
you saying Night of the Living Dead? I'm saying Living Dead. Two different movies. My bad.
Okay, because I know they had like part 1, 2, and 3. But I used to watch them zombie movies back when I was young.
I really didn't like them because zombie. I'm like, you see one zombie movie, you seen them all. The first one I seen, they was running around talking about brains, and they was always trying to eat somebody's head. So
I like that show. What's that show where they're all them zombies and shit, Walking Dead?
Yeah, they made a big old series out of that.
Yeah, I watched almost every season except for the last season.
Dang.
Yeah, they had one of that. God damn, they had a bad guy in there. I can't remember his name, but I used to like that guy though. He was cool as a motherfucker, but he was cruel and calculating. But I liked him though. I think his name was Neiman or something like that. That was my boy though.
How you gonna be an asshole in the middle of an apocalypse?
Because the strong survive.
I feel that, I guess.
Yeah, all day long. If you in that type of situation, if you got the ability and the heart to go and take something and not have a conscience, that gives you an advantage. That's why I think like sociopaths and all that kind of shit, people look at them as just bad. I look at them as everybody has a function. Let's say I was like a military leader and I'm going on conquest. I'm trying to obtain new lands. Do I want to send some people that's empathetic to go take over the land? Or do I want to send somebody that's willing to kill and take shit and not give a fuck? I want the nigga that want to kill and take shit and not give a fuck. I don't want my people going to go feel sorry for him and shit. Hell, as a matter of fact, God got rid of Saul. God got rid of Saul in the Bible for that reason. Saul, he was the first king of the Hebrews, and they was into it with the Amalekites. And God told Saul to go over there and kill everybody. I want you to kill every man, woman, child, beast, every blade of grass. And Saul didn't have the heart to do that shit. He brought back some prisoners and animals and all that kind of shit. And that's when God removed him from his throne and made David the new king. Having ruthless killers can be to your advantage.
I feel you if you're gonna hit me with you're gonna hit me with the greatest general of all. I can't do nothing but give you that one.
I'm just saying it's good to have that sociopathic type of person on your team. It just depends on what your mission is.
If the mission is for the family, I'll do anything.
Or if the mission is to survive, you got to do
that's for the family.
Too.
I'm gonna do anything.
It's just like some people like I watched that The Purge.
Except be gay.
Yeah, I watched The Purge, and I think I watched the first one, and it was a black dude that was running through the neighborhood sweating and shit, and they supposed to be locking down for the purge. The young kid, he hit the damn button and let the black dude in the house because he feeling sorry for him and shit. See, that's the type of person that'll get you fucked up. Somebody with too much empathy, somebody with too much heart. In certain situations where you just got to be cold-blooded. And that's what Neiman was. I think that's his name in The Walking Dead.
Okay. I think my daughter watches that.
I won't be surprised if she do that shit real popular.
She watched that in Badlands.
I watched that shit and I watched that Supernatural shit. I always say I had a fucking girl that, yeah, I did. I had one that used to love them two shows. That's what got me into that because I really don't watch shit that much.
I got into watching stuff as a youngster. You know, back in the day, we did when it was raining outside, we would watch some TV. That boy say, Evil Dead was with the funny Ash. Yeah, that was the one. Evil Dead kind of threw me off. That's with the book that they read from. They brought the dead people back to life.
I ain't never seen that one.
Yeah, it was a group of friends. They go out to a cabin, and they supposed to be staying out at this cabin, and they found the Book of the Dead or something like that, and they read from it, and it woke up some evil spirits, and it killed them. It was possessing them and having them to do crazy stuff. This tree snatched this girl and pulled out and tried to rape her. I was like, whoa, a tree?
Yeah.
Y'all went too far.
I had fun when I went to see Freddy versus Jason when I was young. It was just something about the movie that just felt cool. All that killing and shit. And then the final little showdown and all that shit. I like that movie. A lot of people didn't know.
That caused a lot of debate with people in my age class because, you know, by then we had felt like Freddie and Jason had just did a little too much. They had just had one too many movies each. They was kind of like what's the car? The one with the cars and Vin Diesel in them? Like that. Fast and
and
Furious. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm like, after so long, Jason had to go ahead and retire, and so Freddie did too. It couldn't just keep going on and on and on. How far can you take the dude that don't die on Friday?
Well, who was the baddest motherfucker out of Jason and Michael Myers?
Out of Jason and Michael Myers,
Yeah. I'm gonna tell
they
you
both.
right now, Michael Myers had the coolest music.
He
I
had
be,
the music.
I be playing that shit like Kobe. That nigga Kobe said he used to play that shit back to back. That motherfucking Michael Myers music. That piano track.
I give them both. I give them both about the same as far as being killers.
Jason was a player hater. He always wait till you fucking your girl, and then he want to come with that bullshit. At least Michael Myers let you get your swerve on, get your groove on first, and then come with this shit. Jason wait till you out there camping with your girl in the sleeping bag somewhere. Then he want to come with the fucking knife and shit. Player hating ass nigga.
Man. Oh shoot! It's 12:23. We're gonna have to call it a night. I gotta be at the place at 6:00.
Yeah.
But
all right, man. Appreciate you letting me get on, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate you giving me the hookup. I'll let you know. I should have it next time I do a show.
Yeah.
My receipt said it should show up about like Monday.
About Monday?
Uh-huh.
God,
I
hope my shit come before fucking Monday.
I took the slow, because I ain't seen one where it was like tomorrow or nothing, so we don't need to pay the extra they was talking about for it to still be like a day or two.
Oh, this coming from Oregon and shit.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
What'd you say?
I ain't tripping.
Well, last time I ordered some, it took about 4-5 days to get here. But it was worth the wait though. I mean, when I opened up that bag and that gas smell hit me, I was like, "Oh yeah, this the real deal right here."
Yeah, so I ain't gonna even get none.
They got the 2A, they got the Top Chef 3A, and they got the 4A exotic, and they got the best shit that I done came across. For real, they done took me out the streets, nigga. I don't even buy nothing off the streets no more. Get that shit from them niggas.
But I'm finna see what's going down. So
yeah,
I will be.
Salute, man. Appreciate you letting me on the panel, man. Salute to all the people. Herb H, come through and fuck with us on the Discord, man. Come through and talk some boxing. You know what I'm saying? Give your opinion, give your take unapologetically. You ain't gotta feel like you shouldn't give your opinion or nothing like that, bro. Cause we done came a long way on this channel, bro. If I could tell you, if I could show you where we started to how far we done came to where we at now, nigga, you would be surprised. A lot of this shit that motherfuckers know, we ain't know none of that shit. We couldn't even tell you who the first black champion was. We heard a nigga say that it was George Dixon. We thought he was the baddest man that God ever created because he knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just come in and fuck with us and grow with that shit, my nigga. But salute to everybody, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Gee,
appreciate everybody coming through. Much love to you. I'm out.
I don't even know how to turn this shit off. How the fuck I don't even see the button to get about this motherfucker.
We done got you and held you hostage, bro.